Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use, and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
Alpine Ice. Kia ora koto. Welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez, here with Dan Nichols, and we're going to be calling the second game of the weekend series between the Pure NZ Admirals and the Canterbury Red Devils. Dan, welcome back.
Thank you, Matt. Good to be here for day two.
Day two it is, as we always do around here. It is kind of an interesting schedule with the two games always back to back. I used to think really long and hard about the fact that I wouldn't want to be skating 6 periods in 24 hours, but these guys do it every week.
Yeah, and I think for the New Zealanders out there that watch and listen, you think that's pretty crazy because a lot of other New Zealand-based sports, or the common sports in New Zealand, it's 1 game a week.
Yep.
And rest. But probably for any North American or European viewers over there that see a bit more ice hockey around, you realise that schedules are a bit more back-to-back and multiple games in a week.
Yeah, it's fairly insane. The only other insane one that I see is the World Champs when they do IIHF, and you got to play 5 and 7, and that just blows my mind. But you know, they do it, they get it done, and it is all about management. But enough about that. Let's talk about what we saw yesterday. Maybe we can go through the keys of the series again here, and let's start with the Pure NZ Admirals.
Yes.
How'd you do? How's the report card so far?
Oh, we just flick back to the Admirals.
Oh,
there.
let's go to the Admirals, please.
We'll go Admirals, and yeah, first one was bounce back. Well, yes, obviously they did bounce back, taking the win yesterday 4-1. So a good start for them, and again, they'll be looking for another 3 points here today. Scoring depth, 12 goal scorers throughout the season, and indeed yesterday the 4 goals that they scored were scored by 4 different people as well. So again, they spread the scoring or the threat of scoring across it. And close combat, again, they worked well on the small rink here. It wasn't too physical, it wasn't too much of a game, and there were a couple of chances where they're going for rebounds and stuff, but you know, they played probably a bit more of a conservative game and just really let the Red Devils make mistakes at times and then counter and take the opportunities from that. So yeah, and then if we look to the Red Devils side of things now, we had what was first, momentum. Well, yeah, unfortunately maybe it was the bye week there that maybe took a little bit of speed out of that coming off their first win. So yeah, they'll be again wanting to restart here because again we're at the end of this week, we're halfway through their season. Import power, well, unfortunately we didn't see much of it yesterday. Gagnon had a couple of good chances but didn't hit the scoreboard, neither did Haast. He suffered a bit of an injury there late in that third period.
I blues on that.
And yeah, and Morrissey did score a goal well, was credited with the goal yesterday, but he's probably got to thank the Admirals goalie Chubba there for tapping that one in. Just defensive zone, yeah, probably a little bit improved versus the Swarm, but again, giving up 4 goals, you still got some things to work on him tidy up there.
I think it was interesting yesterday. I mean, we were saying, I mean, it is a game where the finest of margins can be the difference, and we talked about the fact just off air, the Red Devils hit the iron hard 4 times yesterday, and it doesn't take much. You know, 2 of those 4 go in. The tenor of the game shifts entirely, and it becomes more about back and forth and who gets that 3rd goal or whatever, as opposed to where the Admirals chose to kind of lock down.
Yeah, indeed. And I think if you looked at the first period there yesterday, Red Devils had a number, probably half a dozen of very good, high-quality scoring chances. A couple were hitting the iron, but they had a couple of breakaways as well that they just couldn't convert on, and they found themselves at the end of the first period in a 1-1 game. But again...
But did you see the analytics on that? There is a direct correlation. They won more face-offs. They won 2/3 of the face-offs in the first period, and they were kind of even at that. And a lot of it fed off of those wins from Gagnon.
Good stat taking there, Matt.
Hey, I'm trying to keep up with you. It's very difficult.
Yeah, sometimes I dig too deep into the archives, but anyway, yeah, exactly. So they had a really strong first period, but just the scoreboard didn't reflect that yesterday for the Red Devils. And then second and third period was probably more an Admiral side of things. Red Devils really struggled to transition from the defensive zone cleanly down through the ice and actually have an attacking chance or an opportunity. Yeah, I feel like they made it a little bit harder in their own zone. Maybe too many DDD or weak, soft DDD passes or DDD passes going to the ball, that bubble, and it's not a clean play, so it gives the Admirals a chance to reset. It's not a quick over and up and making that counter attack. So
yeah, and also that I noticed yesterday a lot of strong side overload for the Admirals. And what I mean by that, if you're it's kind of jargony, but when you look at where the puck is, if the puck is on either the left or the right side of the net, then you have whatever side it's on is considered the strong side at that moment. And there were several instances where you had 5 Admirals skaters on the side of the rink where the puck was, and it actually caught the Red Devils off guard a little bit because it's an unusual way to do things, but it was effective for them yesterday. The adjustment will be interesting today.
Indeed, and probably another good aspect of the Admirals game yesterday was their goalie Chuba, who was solid in net.
Yes.
Apart from the one he tapped in, but you know, he was seeing most of them, he's seen all the chances. Yes, the Iron did bail him out a couple of times, but he was solid. It didn't feel like the Red Devils were really challenging him enough for it to put more goals in the wing. And yeah, it's going to be very hard to win a game with 1 goal scored. You need at least 3, 4, 5 goals.
But as we were talking about yesterday, and yes, Chaba was living right on a few of those that went off the post, especially the 3 off the crossbar. But we talked yesterday about the fact that most of the games recently have been switch the goalie as the ongoing theme, and we're going to see that again today.
We are for the Red Devils side, but I believe the Admiral side are sticking with Chuba.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah,
well, it'll be interesting because I had heard that it was Prendergast, but you're right. I did see Chaba come out kind of first walking out. We'll see how that goes out.
We'll see whose insider knowledge is better on that one, Matt. But yeah. But yes, you're right on the Red Devils side of things. We do have a change. Dan Reason is in his #1 dress today, and Timmy Carey, I believe, will be getting the start with Niall Fanning backing up.
Yes, that is what I've been told as well. But you know, it is the prerogative of the head coach, and you just never quite know who's going to get the call. But you get told what you get told, and then you look like a fool on air. That's okay. that's what we deal with. That's all right. Any other interesting bits? You know what? We didn't go through the standings. I did want to mention yesterday, if you did happen to catch the other game yesterday, it was a close one. The Swarm went down in overtime to the Stampede. So you'll notice that they did pick up a standings point there, so now they're at 7. Obviously, the Red Devils could come up to equal points with them, and potentially, if they win by a lot, they could catch the 4th place spot, but that's what they're playing for. At this point, the Red Devils need to hold on for dear life and not let everybody kind of pull away from them at this point.
Indeed, and like I said, they'll be halfway through their games at the end of today, so yeah, we're in a top 4 hits the playoffs here in the NZIHL, so that they really need to start accumulating points rather than going into the second half of the season in almost a must-win sort of scenario. So they'll be doing that. We mentioned earlier there was a potential injury concern for Fabian Haas yesterday, but he is suited up here today. My insight was a soft tissue injury around the hand and wrist area, and he's iced it, and he's back out there today. So let's see if he can shake that off, because it probably caused him, when he tried to replay there yesterday, probably caused him a little bit of issue, which dare say led to one of the Admirals' goals.
As they say, the good part about negative is when it's an X-ray, and the X-rays were negative, so that's a good sign. And one other interesting thing we'll see out here starting today will be Jan Turia. He'll be on I think he's on the wing, if I'm not mistaken, and they've kind of shuffled up the lines a little bit to give him a chance. His analytics were interesting yesterday, kind of way above, just didn't get the goal that kind of you would expect in that case. And the expected, I can go miles into that, but right now, let's watch some hockey.
He is the leading point scorer in the inline New Zealand League this year, so he just needs to convert that to ice.
Here we go, first period action. We get underway with the Pure NZ Admirals and the Canterbury Red Devils. We see the puck go in with Morrissey quickly. A chance. Gagnon, the light came on. That was nowhere close. So I guess it was a little bit of nerves by the goal judge there, but we're back underway here, and that goes over to Morrissey again. Fed forward. Chance. Turia with a shot and a save. All Red Devils in the first 30 seconds here.
Oh, 2 great chances right off the start here, and if only one converts. But yes, great start there. There was a rebound on that first one that Turia was going for. It's not like Chuba to give up too many rebounds, so they needed to take those chances. This is the second opportunity and couldn't quite sneak it 5-hole.
Bull to take this one. He wins it, pulls it straight back, but it goes past the point, and J-Lo's going to pick this one up. Higgins, long pass forward to Haas. He's got some room. Up the right side, shot, glove save. Another one off the post. Bull couldn't get it on target, and that's 4 early chances for the Red Devils, but they've gone 0 for 4, and that is offside. Seth Stevens just over the line.
Oh, momentum. It's starting here for the Red Devils. Great opportunities, but again, there's still 0 on the scoreboard, Matt.
That's a minute of play that you would just kill for as a coach, but you want to see something go up on the board. It just feels like there's a dam to break here. It just isn't here yet. We'll see. Bull takes another one.
The dam's pretty solid with Chuba as well. So you got to do a lot.
You do have to do it right. He's not going to give up any soft ones unless he chooses to, like yesterday. Anyway, Willis is going to get into the corner here. This was one of the parts that they're looking into and seeing how they can break out of that back third. They do a good job here. Haas is going to get to this ahead of the icing, holds on to it, cycles along the blue line, still has it, tries to pass it. It gets off a shin or skate and comes back out. And now Hans passes it forward, back to Haas, into the zone, turns, holds at the half boards, pass to Gallagher. Gallagher can't move it to Hans, and now they've got to go back on defense. Hopkins is going to get there first. He has it off the boards, goes out, and a couple of changes. Keokuk to play, and now Hans picks up the goal, the puck behind the goal. Out to Harry Lowe, passes it up, and goes to Mason Kennedy. Now intercepted. Keokuk bringing it in, 1-on-3. He goes down. Puck goes to the backboard, and Kennedy to set up for the Admirals. The puck goes out halfway. Now Brown comes in, 2-on-1, shot, and Carey with a save. For as much as they set up there, that was a very quick counterattack by the Admirals.
I mean, credit to Hopkins. He did a good job on the pinch. He got the puck and knocked it back into the zone, but I don't think the rest of his forwards respected that enough that Hopkins had pinched in and provided enough cover up on the blue line, which led to that 2-on-1 chance. And Timmy sees his first shot there and makes the save.
Gagnon back out onto the dot, and he wins another one, brings it back, takes it himself, passes it past Tappan. Turia back out, net guard out on the ice. We'll see whose that is. Turia throws it forward to Brown. Brown throws it around the back of the boards, and an excellent hit by Brown, but the puck comes back to the Admirals. DeYoung takes it, and Turia takes it off of him. And Gagnon looking for the long cross-ice pass. Instead, just goes to Brown. That goes off his skate. Turned over to the Admirals. They reset. The captain, Hayward Jones, with the cross-ice pass. Now Brown's going to chase this one down. Chooses the right direction. Gets by his man. Now 3-on-2 developing up to Morrissey. Morrissey to Gagnon. No, he holds it, shoots. And a save by Chaba. Stays in the corner. Red Devils still have it, cycling out to Lowe. Lowe with a low shot. And it's the Admirals getting it out of the zone. Passing it forward, and Haas takes it in the right side, except he leaves the puck behind in this one. Lowe brings it in. No, it goes off of the linesman. And it's Sistrone taking it the other way for the Admirals. Shot that's deflected in, still has to be saved. Knocked away by the blocker. Chamberlain shot, and Sistrone not able to get the redirect on target, but it was a good idea. And now Morrissey looks to exit. Leaves it to Chamberlain. That's going to go back to Willis. No icing here. Lowe pinned against the boards. Henry gets it away. The Admirals have it. And now it's Haas. Haas gets it to neutral. Lowe still with it. Now Bull sweeps it in, goes around to the other side. It'll be Hayward Jones, Nash on that one, then passed in as it was turned over. Now Hans goes back to neutral. Bull at center ice. Haas cycling, trying to get over into the zone. Now Hans with it, takes the shot, and a goal! Hans scores from the left side.
Great puck movement there. Great movement by Hans, realizing this is the weak side D, stepping up, and yeah, Fabian Haas hit him on the blue line. Nice quick shot. I'm not sure if it went through off Chamberlain's stick here as it came through, but Chuba didn't get all of it, or didn't see that well enough and sneaks in low blocker.
And that's a great example of getting the puck on the other side of the ice to beat the overload. And by doing that, they will manipulate the Admirals throughout the game to make sure that they don't cheat that much anymore. And they have a lead, 1-0 the score for the Red Devils. Change of pace here. The Admirals win the face-off, but the Red Devils have the lead for the first time this weekend, right? Correct. And just want to make sure I had that right. I read it down there for a moment thinking I'd forgotten something. Kennedy throwing it back in for the Admirals from the point. Back to Cheney. Brown gets his stick on it for a moment, and it goes into the corner for Tappan. Brown to collect. Brown to exit. No, he's going to hold on to it. Skates it. Goes past Brown. Goes up to the blue line. Harry Lowe with it now. Across the ice. Couldn't hit Gallagher. Well, he hit him on the tape, but he was not in step there to take that shot. Stays in the corner. Keo Cope trying to fight his way out, goes out to the middle, dives for it. 2-on-3 coming up for the Admirals. Brown holds, Cheney up for traffic, shot, doesn't get through, and the Red Devils back this one right out. Keo Cope, dump and chase. Red Devils go for a change. Admirals have the puck, and they get reset up the far side. Turned over to Morrissey. Morrissey skates through. Steven knocks him off the puck, and that's going to go back to Willis. He navigates a linesman and then passes it across to Lowe. Lost at center ice. DeYoung coming back in, onside. DeYoung trying to skate in front. Shot that is off the target. And the Admirals have their best chance of the game so far. Lowe behind. Doesn't give it back to Willis. He actually goes out to Ede at neutral.
Sometimes not the worst option when your options are running out.
Yep. It's best to get it out of the zone sometimes. So Willis. And a missed pass there. And that's going to go for icing.
Icing, is it? Yes.
Yes, it
correct,
is.
it
Icing.
Is. Yeah, probably not what they wanted there. They just had a little bit of defensive time. And, yeah, probably Josh Lowe skated to the corner with his D partner was in, and then two Admirals were there. Everything sort of closed down, and probably don't blame him on that one, just dumping it out to neutral, but you don't really want to then go back and then have an icing call against you.
And get back underway. The puck goes around the board. Sevigny has it, trying to pass it in front. Morrissey gets a hold of it. Down low, DeYoung, and takes his shot, and it was spilled for a moment by Carey, but no Admirals around, and he puts his glove down and gets another stop in play.
Yep, kind of quick turn there from DeYoung, and yeah, leads a good shot off. It was into the main part of Carey's body.
And we're back at the defensive spot here. Bull to take this one, but it's the Admirals with it. Regan at the point. And they fight for it behind the net. Hands kicking it around. Goes out to Hayward Jones. Captain Flynn, that one hurt Higgins a little bit as he blocked that one. In front chance, Sevigny misses the goal frame entirely, but that was a dangerous chance in the slot. They stay onside. Sevigny shot, blocker save into the net.
A couple of chances now coming for the Admirals. Back the other way there. There was a good chance off the face-off. It was Hayward Jones coming in, but DeYoung had made himself right in front of the net unmarked, but the puck did not find his way to him. It would have been another threatening opportunity. So important defensive zone face-off here for Red Devils.
Henry with it. Henry with a shot. Glove save by Carey, and we'll do it all over again.
Hayden Bull another chance to try and win a face-off. It might be two in a row now. He's faced a loss.
Bull doesn't get this one. A shot goes to the side. And now Seb Stevens throws it down to Sistrone. Steven behind the net. To the point. Mawson with a long shot deflected. Doesn't get on target for Carey. And now Henry keeps it at the half boards as he kicks it to the side. Higgins digs for it. The Red Devils commit two into the scrum, and they get it back to Tappan. Now Brown up to Higgins. He turns, passed forward. Haas gets it after it was knocked around for a moment. Tap into Higgins. Higgins brings it across the line, sends it around as he was losing time. Chamberlain on him. And the Admirals pick it up. Cistrone looking for the long pass. Makes it. Doesn't connect. Now Brown chases it down for the Red Devils. Chamberlain gets there, but it'll be tap into control. Spins it back. And changes the ice again, although he gives it up. Shot, and a high shot by Cistrone. He's going to go off the ice for the change, and now it's turned over. The Red Devils coming up the right side with Campbell dumping, or sorry, with Gallagher dumping and chasing, and he gets it back in his near corner here. Puck's just staying on that near board for us. And now it goes out to neutral with a chase. No icing here. Willis is going to track it down in time.
Linesman was very confident Willis was going to get to that one.
Yes, he was. Willis not the fastest of skaters, but got the job done there, sort of. Avoided the icing, so somebody thinks he can skate decently, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Lowe. Harry Lowe keeps it to Morrissey on the half. Walks in, takes a pass across, and then that shot goes into the corner, and it was Gagnon with that chance. Willis throws it back in. It was offsides, everybody. Tags up. Admirals with it. That sweeping pass taken away by Morrissey. Now turn, shot, and that goes through the gear. Gagnon with a chance. It wasn't a good angle for him. And they fight for it again on that near half board. Tapping, keeping it in for the moment. They do just that. Turia with the hard work and keeping that puck in. He throws it along the dasher. It comes down and Gagnon picks it up. Skates out and to the side. He's doubled up. Pass past Turia. Tap in. Has to go past. And then Morrissey with a jam. Another chance, and it's Chaba with a glove.
Here we go. Now some sustained offensive zone pressure here for the Canterbury Red Devils and getting some chances. Some of them from tough angles, but take some positives out of that you've got time in the defensive zone and you're working with the puck, trying to create something there as Chaba was solid enough to cover that one up.
A lot of positives, being able to cross the ice, move the Admirals around. It's paying off. Now Haast coming in the circle a little bit early. Bull to take it again. He wins that one. Brown with a shot that's off target. Comes back out the corner, and the Admirals hold on to it. They release it out. Hayward Jones up to the far point. Dumped in. Brown picks it up. Admirals hold it in, though, and they send it around the boards. DeYoung with it now. Goes out to the blue line. Eade. DeYoung, shot, and that's a glove save. Didn't hold on to it. Goes into the corner. We keep going. And that's swept with a backhand into the corner. Eade now. Low punch in. Off the back of the net. They fight for it. Kind of pick it up. Play continues because it comes off the net. Flynn Hayward-Jones with an errant pass. Goes to tap in. Now Bull has it. Bull turns and sweeps. It's out of the zone, and they have to reset, but DeYoung coming right back in. He's upended. Eade can't play that one. Flynn Hayward-Jones has the puck. He spins backwards and waits for his teammates to get onside. Now Eade brings it in. That puck goes as far as the corner, then back out to DeYoung at the point. Hayward-Jones moves it across. Cistrone picked his eyes up off the puck and couldn't play it immediately. Goes back to him. Back to Hayward-Jones. They pass along there, and that pass, as they tried to cross the ice, goes well out of the zone, and the Red Devils go for a change. Keokuk on the forecheck. They pass it up, and it's Gallagher getting to it first. And Hopkins throws it forward. That will be an icing.
No, waved off. Too close to Mawson.
Well, apparently Mawson can skate too. There we go. Hance and Henry come in. Hance with a good defense. Keokuk knocking it away. And Hance sending it around the backboards to Lowe. Harry Lowe tapping it away. Up to Keokuk. Sweeps it forward, goes off the backboards. Hopkins going off for Willis, and it'll be Willis They do allow that one for icing because Willis was coming off the line change there.
It's quite timely. I was going to say this earlier, but with Willis skating his utmost best to get to that puck. If you're a young kid at home watching hockey, watch these import players. When they get the puck, they move their feet.
Yes, they skate.
They're quick, they accelerate, whether it's the Admirals player imports or the Red Devils imports. That's something that we probably don't learn enough here in New Zealand hockey, or have the, dare say, the skating ability under us is enough. Watch these import players and learn from them.
Morrissey with it in the corner. Cistrone can't get the pass out of the zone. Gagnon steals it away, sends it around to Morrissey. And the Admirals try to get it out. They get stuck again at the half board. Now Steven with a release to Mawson. He brings over the blue line. Stick play by Carey. And danger averted. Gagnon coming out of the zone, moving forward. Turia with a shot. Not held on to, and it's still in play. Admirals breaking out of the zone now. 2-on-4. Chamberlain with it. And he gives it up. Cistrone holding on to it. And Morrissey catches him from behind there and picks his pocket. Another good move, and the puck controlled by Willis. And that was a battle won by Morrissey there. Gagnon with it. He cycles back. Backhanded pass, but only goes as far as Cheney. And Cheney slaps it. That's deflected, goes out of play. And we've got a stop with 6:38 to go in the first.
Feels like it's a bit more flowing, intense sort of first period here versus yesterday. Yesterday there were chances, but they were sort of just spontaneous odd man chances and stuff like that. Here it feels like we're actually, there's a bit more transition, defense to offense, and creating and establishing time.
Admirals get that one. Hayward Jones, Nash with that one. And it's turned back around. Possession back and forth. Sent in deep. And it'll be the Red Devils in their defensive end. Given up there. And that was just dangerous. I think that was Cheney with just a goal line swipe, trying to get him like they got Chaba yesterday.
Yeah, goal line swipe, and Tim's there, makes the save, but it almost gets caught in his gear, and he's not quite sure where it is, and he almost bats it around. Yeah, well done, that's a save.
Yeah, it was a left toe save, but nothing over the line, so that's what matters. And we continue on. Puck's dropped. Red Devils with it. A little bit of a missed pass. Then Keokuk getting it out of the zone. Eade has to throw it in. And that 7-iron was a little high, hits the net.
Yeah, I was almost going for the 3-point conversion or a point after touchdown or whatever else.
Oh, don't get me started on the American sports stuff, please. Because, there's too much of it. No, it looked like he was actually, he hit it and it's kind of sailing towards the screen out there. Not just the net. Face off in the offensive, the offsides dot is what I meant to say. Hayward Jones up to Regan, halfway down. Good hip check there by Brown, but Regan holds on to the puck. Chance in front, de Jong with a good shot from the dot. Admirals pick up the rebound. They cycle, 4 on that side. Hayward Jones moves it across the ice, but not effectively. Eads got it. He's gonna walk in on it. Defense is adjusted. Lowe gets in on the corner attack there, and that puck is won by the Red Devils. Keokuk looking to get rid of it. He crosses the ice, exactly what he was looking for. Harry Lowe with it on the right side. Holds up, he gets a reverse hit in, sends it deep, and now it's Gallagher behind the net. Seamus Gallagher trying to get that away, and Morrissey does that. Red Devils with the puck, in front shot. More of a pass into the gear, and that turns around for the Admirals. 1-on-3, Sevigny with a shot. That's blocked by Hance. De Jong coming in with it on that left side. Takes a shot. It's a broken stick there for Sevigny, I think. No, for Eade. And now it's Gagnon coming the other way. Holds on to it. Takes a shot and goal! That came in off the right side. He just toe dragged it. Chaba making it 2-0.
There you go, 1-on-1, and speed skates around Mawson there and does a lovely finish to put him finally on the scoreboard this weekend. It's taken a while for Gagnon, who has been notching up goals throughout the start of the season. Lovely fake move and, yeah, puts it back through 5-0. So Red Devils now two goals to nil here with just under 5 to go in the first period.
Somehow I feel like this is just everything evening out. This, you know, the chances were there yesterday, but now we've got 2 behind the goaltender, and now Pake throws it in, and we continue with just under 5 minutes to go in this first and a 2-goal lead for the Red Devils. But let's be fair, anybody who's watching the Stanley Cup today knows that 2 goals doesn't mean anything.
If anyone's watched NZIHL at all over the last year.
Definitely not. That is nothing at all. Willis with it. Pake. Now the Admirals bring it in. Sistrone with a pass into the slot, but that goes to Willis. Does that stay in? It does. No, it doesn't. That is ruled offside.
Even most recently as last night, Matt, the other game down south. Sky City Stampede got out to a 3-0 lead, and then Swarm came back and tied it up 3-3, and it went to overtime.
It did indeed.
Very early on in this game. 2 goals is great to have, but it's not by no means the end of the game.
Nope, we need more. We definitely need more. Bull wins that face-off. He's got a couple in a row now, which is good for the Red Devils. And he gets the puck back, comes up the left, takes the shot. Easy glove save by Chabo, but that's positional play there. He's going to get that face-off in the offensive zone.
With that goal by Gagnon, he's actually tied Hayden Bull as the current active leading franchise goal scorer. So Hayden Bull maybe feels a bit threatened now from that. He's trying to throw some pucks to net.
I hope he is threatened and makes a goal or 2. There you go. Admirals with that face-off. Henry, no, sorry, it wasn't Henry. It was Steven behind there. Pass towards the goal. It hit the side netting. Haas can't do anything with it. Nash Hayward-Jones trying to get it out. He's got it again, but he doesn't get it out. Goes to Haas. He cycles. Gets his pocket picked by Sistrone. And Brown's got to go chase this down. No icing here, as that just was a good angle. And then Brown gets knocked over. Tappan sets up for the defense, and he's going to cycle it back and move it across the ice. Back to Brown. Misses that one. Pass to the side. And some patient defensive removal there by the Red Devils, but a long pass. And a very early icing call there, as that was going to go around the boards and probably get to a Red Devil first, but that's not how they judge it.
Yeah, good fortune there by Henry on Brown. I think Brown's done the same play out of the same book a few too many times that we cut back behind the net, and yeah, Henry had lined his body up well and truly, and Brown got to taste the boards a wee bit there.
Admirals with it. It's Cheney. Cheney with a low shot, kicked away. Brown has it half boards. Passed in front, Cheney with another chance in the slot. And the Red Devils need to adjust to that quickly. Good blocked shot by Higgins. Passed up to Bull. And then Hayward-Jones takes it off of him. Now Haas. Bull waits for him to enter. Haas goes up the left side. Sent around. Can tap it, hold it in. He can. No, he cannot. And he's got to reset. Hopkins in the back there. Hopkins gets it taken off of him. Played into the corner. Another chance by Cheney, but this time Tappan was there for it. The adjustment was made. And now some good moves by Cheney, but that goes out of the zone and collected by the Admirals. Eade. Turned over. Morrissey with it. Morrissey walks in. Morrissey with a chance, and Chaba covers up as he can't pull the trigger, and it gets caught up in the glove.
Well, both sort of sides been a bit complacent with the puck. We just saw it down the other end. Hopkins got the puck almost taken off him for just being too slow with it, and there Morrissey taking the puck off the Admirals. It's been a bit either complacent or slow and not respecting the pressure enough from the other team.
And now we get a face-off in that offensive zone. Gagnon to take. He wins it, but they call it back. I'm going to do it again. Not sure who that warning was on. Did you see that?
I saw one arm go on the Red Devils side, yep, so.
Yeah, don't know the guilty party on that one, though.
Just the guilty team.
Guilty team. we pass judgment as a group when it's negative. There you go. Hopkins throwing it around the goal. And do they keep it in its hands with a good play off the half boards? And the puck goes behind to Turia, but Turia gets his pocket picked, and it's the Admirals looking to get that out. Mawson can't do much with it. He takes a shot at Morrissey, but Morrissey walks it in. Turia with the flip, and it goes behind the netting. Chaba's looking at it. Gagnon has it. Gagnon moving it. Sends it back behind, but it's taken away, and Steven gets it knocked off him. Morrissey with a shot right in the gear, and Chaba with a save.
And again, 90-odd seconds to go here in the first period. Very much you want to go, for the Red Devils here, you want to keep it down the offensive zone and go on with some positive momentum into the period, but Admirals were doing anything they can to get one back.
This is the part where you really kind of decide whether or not, how you go in there, because if the Red Devils hold off for 90 seconds, okay, yeah, but you kind of lose some momentum. If they can really push here, it's Harry Lowe going off for equipment of some sort. Haast coming back out, and we'll figure out what goes on here. But yeah, it's if the Admirals manage to score, then it's like, no big deal. It's just 2-1. Gallagher on the spin. Red Devils with it. Josh Lowe throwing it low. Haast behind the net, but it's taken away by the Admirals. Up to a shot there, and there's a it's a broken stick is what he was pointing to. I wasn't sure what the referee wanted there. Sevigny with it now. That was offside, but the play still continues because the Admirals had lost the puck. And then passed forward by Willis. Could have been played there, so we continue on. And there's Higgins back to Willis, back to Higgins, halfway up the boards. And that's turned over. I'm going to have to rush to get back a little bit here. Willis finding Kennedy. And Lowe playing it into the corner. Now Haast with it, moving it around, turned over deep. Steven can't get the puck past all of the sticks there, which is very fortunate because everybody was. Oh, and that's going to be a really unfortunate penalty coming up here.
Yeah, knocking the broken stick towards one of the other players is interference. Call was there, the signal. Unsported won't delay a game, but he doesn't even know what he's done as a penalty. That's one of the ones buried in the rule book.
It is
there, so
it's unfortunate, but it's a binary penalty. It is or it isn't. There's no objectivity to it.
If the puck wasn't anywhere near that, then you probably would get away with it. But again, Red Devils were controlling the puck in the air, and you knocked the stick away. Don't believe he was intentionally trying to knock the stick towards the Red Devils, but
nope. But in that particular case, he was just trying to get it out of the way. Yeah. And he's going to get burned for it.
In his mind, he was getting rid of it so that when they came back down there, it wouldn't be in the way for their next scoring opportunity.
Could be that. There you go. That's a bit optimistic.
I'm trying to back him up here.
Well, no, I don't think there was any. That's going to be one that you file away and say, oh, yeah, you can't do that.
Don't do that again. 15 seconds to go in the period.
Comes out of the zone. Haast has it. And now Gagnon to Haast. Haast overskates it. Sevigny has it. He sends it deep, and that'll run out the clock in the first period here. Dan, that's a pretty positive statement by the Red Devils for this first period.
Yeah, we said at the start, their first period yesterday was very good as well, but they had nothing really to show for them on the scoreboard. So they had another solid period here today and have something to show on the scoreboard. 2 goals to none.
Yeah, the scoreline felt like the way that the period played. So nothing kind of against the run of play. That's about what happened. The Red Devils outplayed the Admirals in that first period. I don't have a lot to add to that. The Red Devils did a good job of moving the Admirals' defense around at their discretion, and the shots, they became quality shots because of the good position that they were in and where they moved the defense to, and they did a bang-up job, and if they keep doing that, they have all the reason to think that they've got a good chance today.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it wasn't completely one-sided. Don't worry. Tim Carey still got tested a few times, so yeah. But yeah, just the quality of the chances weren't quite there.
Yeah.
But still enough threatening. Like yesterday, the Admirals were making chances. Again, they weren't always necessarily high-scoring chances, but they were scoring on them, which they just haven't managed to convert today. And I believe we will have a player lining up here. We'll just get that sorted for us.
Yep. So in just a moment here, Dan's kind of working his magic to make sure that we have an interview. You want to go back up? There we go.
Yeah, we're just getting the headset and stuff sorted.
Oh, there you go.
Sorted here.
Well, that's all right. We're all waiting for the
there we go.
intermission anyways. There he
I
is.
believe we've got a new import into the league, Benjamin de Young, joining us. Welcome to New Zealand. Firstly, how are you enjoying New Zealand so far?
Hey, it's great. Thanks for having me.
And you've had 4 periods now of New Zealand Ice Hockey League action. How do you find that?
I really like it. I mean, the crowds that come out here are much better than I expected. It's really great. It's been fun, good hockey. Love all the guys on the team.
Nice.
So we got to find a way to win this game.
Yeah, and how are you finding it so far today, the first 20 minutes? What's been going well or not going well for you?
Not our best start. A little bit unlucky. Broken stick on the second goal. Leads to a turnover. But we'll be good here. We'll be ready for the second.
Nice. And you got any messages to any friends or family back home that might be tuning in?
Yeah, there'll be several because we keep seeing them in the chat.
It's 1 a.m. on a Saturday night, so I sincerely hope they're all not watching and they're out doing better things. But my mom's probably watching, so hi, Mom. Love you.
There it is.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, and good luck for the next 2 periods.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right,
Very nice.
That winds us in here to the first intermission. The Canterbury Red Devils taking a 2-0 lead here. We'll be back after the break.
Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use, and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
Alpine Ice.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. It's that time again for the under-12s. Oh, and a good shot already by the Spiders. Who do we have today? We have, Spiders and Bats. A rematch from yesterday. It must have been a good one. And the blue puck is out, and they're playing on the fresh ice that took a quick moment to actually get done. So the intermission's been extended by a couple of minutes due to mechanical issues by the old ice Roomba. Oh, that was a good goal right there. Well done, 21. And so we'll be back to regular action here just a couple of minutes later than normal. But in the meantime, the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association under-12s are on the ice. Today we have players from the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association Under-12 Super League competing during this intermission with the Bats in the dark gray and purple, and the Spiders in the red and blue. If you have a child that might be interested in giving ice hockey a go, the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session with all gear included. Oh, that gear must include a new goal, apparently, because that one hit the deck. To learn more, just Google Canterbury Ice Hockey Association or visit the website, which is ciha.org.nz, to arrange a free session. And it's a good program. Got lots of players that have come up this way, and a lot of kids having a lot of fun here on a Sunday afternoon here in Christchurch. We'll be back in, I'd say about 3 minutes or so to bring you the second period. But in the meantime, enjoy the under-12s. Oh, hey, they're done. Well done, kids. Another good one today. We'll see you in a minute. Well, hey, Dan, that didn't take long, did it?
No,
I was just talking just a minute ago.
There you go.
No much of a break.
No rest for you, Matt.
What's that?
No rest for
No,
you.
oh, never rest. No. I'm always talking, which amazes me because I don't know why they let me talk at all, but here I am.
We don't want to starve the viewers of your voice. So.
You know the intermission's been too long when. So let's talk about actual hockey instead of other stupid things, because I could do the stupid things for a while, but the hockey's the important stuff. And in this case, it's not stupid at all because the Red Devils have a lead. And I'm not used to hearing that this year so far.
No, indeed. Yes, much better first period. As we recapped at the end, they've took the opportunities this time. They've had two good first periods this weekend, but this one they've actually put two on the scoreboard. So, yeah, positive from them. Admirals, I didn't really think they were doing anything too bad or too wrong. Again, Red Devils capitalised on some chances. Admirals were still creating opportunities. They've still got time with possession in the offensive end. They were thereabouts. They had a few good looks. So, yeah, look, I feel very much they'll won't panic. They'll keep chipping away with what they do. Again, that kind of looks quite good. Their lines are quite balanced across them. Yes, they've got a couple of their inputs on their top line, but even their third line, been quite impressed with how they're playing. So, again, you got to be Red Devils side of it. You got to be aware of all your matchups, no matter who you're on against. It'll be interesting second period here.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll just say ready, go once they're ready, but at the moment the ice is a little bit too wet to get going. because of the late ice scrub on that one. You know, actually, for me, it won't be the Red Devils that I'm strategically surprised about. I'm going to be interested in the second period how the Admirals adjust to what they've been pressed into doing, which is they're not allowed to cheat anymore. Yeah. The Admirals had, you know, cheat is a strong word. I don't mean it like they're doing something wrong, just that they've been cheating the side of the ice for so long that this period was the first time the Red Devils really punished them for doing it. And by doing so, they've had to play a bit more of a neutral defensive structure.
Well, on that first goal the Red Devils scored through Hans, they did manage to move the puck from one side to the other, and Hans stepping in over the blue line with a nice shot. Again, shooting from that area, you probably shouldn't be too worried about that most of the time. And Chubba being a 90+% save rate goalie, you know, if the Red Devils did that a couple more times this game, my money's probably on Chubba.
Yeah.
But, you know, so Red Devils have done well, but they struggled with that yesterday, moving the puck, whether it was D to D and up and moving it. It was always too slow or not to the tape, and it just gave that Admirals that chance to reset and readjust and then cover any threat. But again, today's a different day, and Red Devils need to keep that positivity up, move the puck, make sure you make your passes to the tape of your teammate and take it down the other end, because it's hard to get goals scored against when you're 200 feet away,
allegedly
56 meters maybe on this rink away from the other end.
Yeah, not sure about the exact dimensions.
60 meters is international length and by 30 width, so this one's a bit under that. So
just a bit, but not much. The other thing is, you know, as far as Chaba's concerned, the Red Devils yesterday came out quickly shooting high on Chaba. I haven't seen that today. It's almost, I don't know if they believe that he's now either grown an inch or something, that he's covering that spot. But it's been interesting so far. I thought there'd be a lot of slap shots going high and trying to test that same spot, but it hasn't been that way, nor have they needed it.
Dialed the loft back on their club a bit there to keep it under the wind today, and you know,
driving iron. That's right.
Exactly. So no, they have adjusted, but again, like it doesn't actually matter who the goalie is, though. If you're shooting low and you're hitting the pads, that's harder for the goalies at times to retain rebounds and create second chances, third chances for your teammates driving the net and stuff. So again, if you're outside the face-off dots and you're taking a shot, not potentially, you don't always have to shoot to score. Shoot for a rebound, especially if you can see your teammates driving to the net, creating opportunities. That's almost more threatening than you trying to pick the top corner, missing it, hits the glass behind the net, wraps around the boards and goes out,
counter-attack
out of the zone the other way.
Yep. Yeah, and that's happened quite a bit where the counterattack's been at the advantage of the Admirals this weekend, or especially yesterday. They had a lot of opportunity that came off of hard rebounds off the glass, or more likely saw a lot of sharp angle shots that it's rounded glass, it's going to catch and it's going to turn around, and that's kind of what we saw. Anyway, I don't think it matters. I think we're going to get underway here and play actual hockey instead of talking about it hockey, which is far better for everybody concerned. Lights checked, net's good, goaltender's ready.
Interesting here, we've got Hayden Ball on the wing.
Oh, interesting because,
Oh no, we're power play, sorry. Oh, man.
Yes.
We forgot that, we're on the power play.
Yes, the stick went in the wrong spot, and we are 5-on-4 to start. And it's the Admirals throwing it deep. The Red Devils need to get this figured out, but it was good deduction there once you figured out the lineup there. Bull on PP1, Haast with it, leaves it behind. Gagnon with a shot to goal! Let's start early!
Wow, that's a great shot by Gagnon. Such a quick release. Oh, pass the puck to him.
Yeah, Gagnon with the one-timer right in the slot. Caught the Admirals out as they were spread out too much. And just as he walks through, no traffic involved, and beats Chaba high and right. And you'll see it here on the replay. This is just good, quick hockey where you split the defense, draw two, take the shot, and Gagnon did not miss.
What happens when you make passes and they go to the sticks of your teammate, you keep speed up, you keep momentum, and you create chances. And then you put Gagnon in the spot to shoot.
That does help. 3-0 the score. The Red Devils with a more commanding lead. Still early, of course. Not even a minute into the second period, but things have turned considerably towards the Red Devils' end of the ice. That goes out of the zone for a moment. Now tapping collects. Remember, we're 5-on-5 now that the penalty has expired due to the goal. And it goes out of the zone, comes back in. That should be offside, and it is indeed. That'll come out to the offside dot on the far end.
We didn't see a lot of it yesterday, the special teams. There was just a couple of opportunities, but I think they were 50% yesterday, Red Devils, on their power play. And again, start off strong here. It's actually been kind of one of the stronger things of the team so far this year. And again, I made the comment, you have 5 players playing most of your power play.
Yes, it helps.
It does help.
De Jong with a pass towards the crease. Now it's out to Eid. He's got an easy shot, but it's through traffic, and that traffic caught up with him. Had a chance there. Good defense on the high side for the Red Devils, and the crowd is into it now. Willis with a chance, slap shot, gets blocked coming in. Now he goes deep with it. Haas behind the net, and now it'll be Bull and Regan fighting for it.
Red Devils missing Mason Reese, but Kieran Higgins sort of filling that spot of speed, bump and grind sort of hockey.
And now it'll be Willis to collect it for the Red Devils. Leaves it behind. The forecheck, a little bit aggressive by Sestrone. And that puck goes out to Chamberlain. He sends it back in on target. And Carey sweeps it away as the Red Devils get started again. 2 on that forecheck, 4 in the zone, or 3 in the zone here for the Admirals. And they've clearly decided they're going to press to not let them get out. And the Red Devils working to beat that now. Sestrone throwing it deep. That should go for, no, it doesn't. Carey plays it. Willis to Lowe. Back to Willis, around to Josh Lowe. Shot, that's a good one, and Carey up to the task. Off the boards. Going to go as far as Mawson, and the Admirals working hard to get chances, but they can't put one together quite yet. Harry Lowe giving up a shot or a pass down deep, and they get away with it here. And it'll be Gallagher taking it out, gains the zone on the right, dump and chase. He and Keo Cope go for it, and they get a line change. Turia jumps in, but Sestrone's at the puck in time. Sent back around by Hans. Mawson has it. Mawson dumps it. Mawson gives it up. Hopkins sends it back in. No ice here. Sestrone to collect it. And the rest of the changes made for the Red Devils. And the Red Devils up a little bit on the press here, leaving the long pass available, but it's Hopkins getting there first. And Steven missing that interception. Turia keeping it. Onside, Gagnon with a pass, and it just hops over Morrissey's stick there. That was the 4th goal, looking very easy, but it just bounced a little bit. But the Red Devils are doing what they need to do to get that offense going.
Yeah, chance there for Morrissey, but yeah, Admirals holding off.
Turia hitting the boards there as he was going after that puck, coming in fast. And the Admirals couldn't move it side to side at all. And Gagnon taking it in, overskates it, goes to neutral. Morrissey holding off. Brown with a bit of a slash the shins there. And then a pass forward to Gagnon. Goes the outside shot, glove save, and a goal! Morrissey makes it 4.
That's that, drive the net, Morrissey. Passing it to Gagnon here, and Gagnon takes it wide. It's one of these shots, hits the chest, I believe, and the rebound out low there. Morrissey doing what you need to do to score goals. Go to the net. And he finds the rebound coming off nice and low in there. Admirals failing to see or pick it up, and yeah, nicely slots that one home from Red Devils now. 2 goals in the second period.
Yeah, and Chava looked like he was a bit handcuffed on that save, where it hit him in the glove, but it came out quickly, and Morrissey jumps all over it. And it's 4-0, the Red Devils with a much more commanding lead here early in the second period. The Vegas Golden Knights have called and said this might go a little longer than expected. Anyway, spoiler alert on that. Sevigny throwing it in. That's going to go for icing. There was an arm up. No.
Yeah, well, it was.
It was.
Cool. Yep.
Just loud.
Yeah. No, we've got some voice and volume in the crowd here today with the Red Devils scoring some goals today. It was a another good turnout here today. It was a good turnout yesterday, but the crowd yesterday just didn't have too much from the home team to really get them behind. But
yeah,
today that's changing.
Yeah, and I'll also give a shout out. I think it was Amber that's been on the chat immediately. Amber, you get that shout out you were looking for. But we also appreciate everybody in the building following along. We know you guys are watching as well, even though it's up on the big screen, so thank you for that. Admirals trying to get this out of their zone, and Regan takes one, and that goes out of play, and I think that's all it was called there.
Yeah, and they just onto the netting on the far side of the rink there, and the crowd don't take a souvenir, but they try to take it out, and they're going to give them the benefit of the doubt here.
They are.
Come out outside the zone. What,
must have been tipped, maybe.
They'll take that as an Admiral.
No.
Hayden ball with that one.
All right. So Ede passing it behind. The Admirals giving it up. Haas keeping it in, leaves it at the point. Brown with a slap shot. Oh, and a good chance as Higgins was trying to get it redirected into the net, but his stick was held down, and it was another good one. And now we have a chance. Gallagher, 2-on-0, takes the shot. Goal! Gallagher making it 5.
Wow, Red Devils on a roll now. 3 goals in the second period to take it a 5-0 lead. His neutral zone turnover, great stick check there by Haas. Gallagher just came off the bench for a change. Here's Haas there, but picks it top corner. Runners Chubber in 2 minds. Will he pass? Will he shoot? And Gallagher shooting, high glove.
Well, this is how they were playing yesterday, and none of them were going in, and it feels like it's not that far from what we were seeing yesterday, and yet they're all going in today.
Indeed. This goal scorer lines up for the face-off.
Yeah, Gallagher getting some really good minutes here today, and not to mention the score there.
I was impressed with him the other weekend. He was his head switched on in one of those games, playing smart hockey.
That goes a little bit deeper. It goes out to Gallagher. He sends it around the boards. And that's going to come out with the Admirals. Turned over. Josh Lowe throwing it back in. And Gallagher holding on to it. Pass through the middle. Cistrone with the interception. He looks for the outlet. Admirals have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Chamberlain up the right side. He's bothered by Lowe. In front, his shot. That's stopped by Carey. And now Willis drags it out. Willis dumping it forward. Devils go for a change. And their top line back out. Admirals, Mawson giving it up. Mawson being harassed by Turia. Turned over. Morrissey flipping it back to Hopkins. Hopkins with a shot. We like that. Turia. Morrissey. Behind to Turia. Now Gagnon gets it to Morrissey. Hopkins with it. Shot! And that goes high. Just hits the glass, and I think that went out of play. I didn't see it right away.
Yep, over the crossbar.
And it hit the netting.
Into the netting, so... yeah, well played, but yeah, Red Devils now getting some time in the zone there. Again, bit of forecheck pressure, takes the puck off the Admirals D, and then, again, they're mainly contained to the outside, but yeah, trying to get some chances there, and Hopkins goes over the crossbar.
Gagnon to take this one, and trying to back off the
wingers,
other players.
Close. Yep.
Yeah, everybody's trying to sneak in a spot. Gagnon with it. Takes a shot, and that goes immediately out. Boy, he's so quick. When he wins that and steps forward, and then he has that wrist shot. It's just a little bit high, but it's a good one.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about the dark arts of face-offs, but well, I'm definitely not an expert to be talking about it, but yeah, you got a lot of options, and I've seen it a few times that have been on the receiving end of it. You can just tap it through the other center's skate onto it, and you're in a pretty good scoring chance.
Goes back to Turia, and now the Admirals have a chance here. Brown trying to get away with it. It's turned back. Morrissey flipping it forward. Gagnon and Hayward Jones to jump after it. And it's the Admirals who move it out. Flip forward to Ben Steven. That's picked off at the blue line. Turned around. And Tapin throws it forward. Ben Steven holding on to it for a moment, then gives it up. And now Hayward Jones brings it in the zone. He's offside. And they call that dead.
Yeah, so now Jones maybe just trying to spark something there, channel it as the captain of the team this weekend to generate some offense himself, but loses it a bit there as he goes over the blue line, whether it's himself or his teammate skated over and head. So again, we're only 8 minutes into the second period. Feels like we're a lot further into it, but with the 3 goals scored so far, still over half the game to play.
And the face-off taken by De Jong. Be interesting to see if De Jong gets more ice time as we go here. He's done well yesterday, but hasn't played as much as I thought I'd see him on the ice. And now Haast has it over the blue line, holds up halfway, pass to Tapin, Tapin with a shot. Kick save goes to Haast on the left side. He moves it forward, turns around, and that's taken away. And that's De Jong on that puck. Coming in 2-on-3, dump and chase, good hip check there. Taking him out of the play is Sean Brown. And then that puck dumps itself into the corner. De Jong skating around, looking for help. Long shot in, doesn't get through. Stays in the slot, shot. Again, hits traffic. Now the Red Devils 4-on-3 if they can move it. It's Tapin going fast up the right. Curls in, goes behind the net. Looks, holds up. And that is going to be a pretty heavy boarding call there. And we stop play with Tapin going in head first and needs a moment.
Yeah, you'll see here on the replay, I think Tapin turns back into, and he does give him a push as a shove as he's going, but.
And that's Nash Hayward Jones that's going to go for a minimum of 2 minutes here. Regan talking about it. I'm not sure that that's going to stay 2.
Yeah, it's very unlikely a call will be changed after that call's made, but yeah. So it wasn't malicious or anything from
No, it was not malicious.
Luke tried to turn back to get around him, but it's more than anything, he read the Red Devils player that was going to turn back and made it. Probably Luke maybe just got himself off balance a bit as well, and any push was going to send him going towards the board. So
yeah, it probably looked worse than the infraction was.
Yeah,
and it was indeed a 2-minute call. So I didn't see the 2 minutes. I thought they were discussing the length of that one, but they'd already called it 2. So good spotting, Dan. And Morrissey
almost same thing back the other way there.
Almost. Haast trying to cross the ice. That puck gets knocked in the air for a moment. Comes out, Sevigny up front. Sevigny and Hayward Jones coming in quickly. And that's going to turn right back around. It's Tapin again. He's fine. He's out on the ice, holding. Passed across the ice. Not kind of between 2 Red Devils there. And now Haast gets it, sends it to the other side. Gagnon to Tapin. Morrissey. Sevigny grabs it and takes it out of the zone for the Admirals for some badly needed relief on this power play for the Red Devils. Haast coming in. Haast leaving it behind. Gagnon. Gagnon with a shot. Bounces off Chaba. In front. Chance. Another sweeping chance. And it goes as far as Gagnon at the blue line. Everybody waits. Gagnon with a good move there. He's knocked right off the puck. Excellent defense by Regan. He did a great job there and forced the Red Devils to come back in. And Regan physical there and a little bit much with the stick, but he gets away with it. Tapin holds it in. Tapin walks it in. 3-4 on that side. Gallagher in front. Moving it to Turia up top. The umbrella in play. Gagnon skates to the top. Shot that goes wide. It'll be Gagnon holding it at the right point. Couple of moves in, overskates that pass, holds it, leaves it in the corner. 15 seconds to go on this power play. Gagnon out high to Turia. Turia shoots, hits the glass. That's a little bit high, comes back out, and it's Haas with it. Haas to finish this one off. 3, 2, and that ends the power play. And that will go for an icing, I believe.
No, it was deemed to be still in the box.
There you go. So Tappan pulls the player away, and they fight for it behind Carey's net. Puck comes out. It goes to Quinn. He leaves it. Harry Lowe picks it up. Another good power play by the Red Devils. That one didn't end up with a goal, but doing really well with that offensively. They had 3 good chances off the boards.
Indeed, and 2 minutes played by a few of their players again on that power play.
Yeah, they're going to need a good shift here by the third line.
I think Tappan's even still stuck out there, to be honest.
Yeah, they definitely do need to get a change here. He's skating the puck up himself. He's going to try to get it to somebody else and get some relief, and that was offsides.
Offside. Turia here on the near boards.
Well, that's a, as far as 10 minutes of hockey goes, I don't think I've seen the Red Devils play that well for, dare I say, a couple of years.
Yeah.
That was really good for a stretch of 10 minutes of play for them. They've been in control the entire time.
Yeah, indeed. 3 goals for, none against here. As again, we're into the second half now of the game. Still, you've followed NZIHL before. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's a you had me in the first half meme is coming up here. That goes out of play, and yeah, we need to temper expectations on this because things do change very quickly in this
like
league.
Temper your expectations.
Hey, no, it's
the
not.
Admirals are looking very good here today. Anything's possible.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong with you, Dan, but we'll continue on anyways. Henare gets that one taken away from him at the faceoff dot, but Lowe kind of tries to steal it. Now the Admirals break out. They've got a 3-on-3 here. Quinn sends it behind. Good hit there. Takes the player out, does Lowe, and it's passed to the right side. Bull's going to bring it into the zone, tries to pass it. It's taken away as that puck gets into the skates, and they turn it around. The Admirals going through the middle there, trying to cash something in, but they can't do it. And now Haas is going to come in up the right side, leaves it for a moment, now passes it in front. And not sure where the puck just came straight out, and that's going to go for icing here as Hopkins gets there. If you happen to see the net bulge, that was a stick that was inside of the net that actually kind of just popped it out.
Yeah, a bit of man-on-man coverage there by the Admirals, taking the Red Devils player as well into the net. But yeah, puck was well cleared, and for the Admirals, infringed on the icing back down the other way. So the Devils here will get the offensive face-off with their top line out there at the moment.
Morrissey, Gagnon, and Turia is who we're talking about, and Turia is a little too quick on that one. They drop the puck. Gagnon brings it back to Hopkins. He sends it around the boards, but it's not far enough to go to the defense, and now Hopkins plays a 2-on-1. Hans gets back in time. Shot is off target, and Sistrone goes heavy into the boards. Turned around, and it's Gagnon coming up the left side. Leaves it behind. Turia with it. Turia moving it in front. Chance. Gagnon gets a bit of a wrister off, but he can't get it through all the equipment in front of him. And now the Admirals have a chance. High shot. Carey with a save, and we'll get a face-off.
He's got onto one of those back-to-back or end-to-end chances. If the Admirals have a chance, goes to the Red Devils' chance, back to the Admirals' chance, which again can get you a bit nervous at times. I was thinking earlier, man, I've just still got a bit too much player superstition in me that you don't want to talk about things that are going good too much or too soon.
No, it's not I get it, the announcer's curse and all of that too, but when it's going good, you got to enjoy it sometimes. That face-off gets shot in, hits the glass, comes out. Harry Lowe with it over the line, takes the high one. His Nash Hayward Jones gets a bit of his stick and causes it to go up high and into the netting.
I think this third line combination for the Red Devils is starting to find their rhythm. Harry Lowe, Gallagher and Keogh Cope there. Gritty veteran balancing off some of the younger players.
It feels like the combination's working the best, you know, as far as I think we finally kind of found a good gelling point for these lines. Sean Brown getting it out of the zone. That's tipped forward by Joel Keogh Cope, but he is on the wrong side of things. No icing there. Cistrone trying to wipe that up the ice. Seb Steven moving it across. Whoa, that was a weird one. That was Sean Brown hitting his skate, and it flew exactly backwards into and at Tim Carey. Let's see if we got this on replay. This is a wild thing here. So he passes it, and the deflection comes right at Carey. That's weird.
Glad Carey wasn't asleep on that one.
Like,
you're probably not expecting that.
No, of all the things.
I mean, hitting the skate, yeah, sure, but coming straight back at you with that lofted flight.
Yeah, that's unusual. Here's a chance here. Haas 1-on-3, but he's in front. He's got a shot. Can't pull the trigger. Good defense there by Hayward Jones. He's been a shining star for the Admirals today, especially with his defensive work. And shout out to Justin Daig, who's normally wearing the C, but Hayward Jones has it today, and he's acting like it. Oh, there's a penalty and some extras. The Admirals really don't care for this one.
What just started with a harmless offside call has turned into at least 2 minutes, and we'll see if it's one-sided or two-sided. I think it will be Willis for the Red Devils at least.
Yeah, he tends to get mixed up in these things often, but he's usually the second person in. So we'll see who's out. Brown is going out to have a discussion.
I think Regan. Yeah, I was just waiting to see if Regan was going with a A on his chest or a C on his chest, but no. Oh, sorry, not the C, but no, there's actually no letter on his chest. So he was making his way to the penalty box as well. So we might just have a two-minute penalties cancelling each other out, and we'll continue
stay
on
5-on-5. Yeah,
continue on with some 5-on-5 action.
I think they agree to that. Yes, 5-5. Yep. And the lineups are set by the administrators. And I think after all of that, it's a lot of nothing.
Yeah, we'll see how Owen Brown goes on the top line here, taking Regan's spot.
And that one goes out to Sevigny, who passes it. Hayward Jones with a low shot. It's off target, goes into the corner. And that's a lead pass that's right on target for Morrissey, but he can't do anything with it. Hayward Jones with a good defensive effort. Sevigny with the puck now for the Admirals. And the Admirals hold on to it. Pass forward, DeYoung's going to get there first. Hance prevents him from getting up the right side, and now the Red Devils with Gagnon. Gagnon with a shot. Boy, that was a late wrist. You know, just a little flick trying to hit that top corner, but it goes out of play.
Yeah, he got under it all right, but yeah, trying to sneak it over the shoulder, under the crossbar. It was a tight gap if there was one, but he gets too much loft on that one, up quite high up into the netting here. As we've got just over 5 minutes to run here, and it's a 5-0 game.
Henare and Seb Steven take that one. Steven wins it, gets it to Chamberlain. The Sebastian connection. And Tappan has the puck now to Brown. He gives it up to Cistrone. Brings it in the zone. Tappan's going to get to the puck first. Passes it to one of the Admirals there, DeYoung. And then a wrister backhand by Steven. Seb Steven in that case. And a stop by Carey.
Yeah, he didn't probably get all of that one. Rolled towards Carey, and I think if all shots were like that, Carey would be pretty happy goalie. So
wouldn't even need much equipment really at that point, but you know, it's better. So we joke, but the Admirals get a face-off on that zone, and that's exactly why they do it. They have possession, take a shot. That's deflected by a stick. It doesn't go on to the Carey's net there, and now Brown's looking to get that out. That's deflected and goes out of play. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't try to shoot in order to score. You try to shoot in order to get a stop and then get everybody set up so you can get an offensive chance, and that's exactly what was there.
Indeed, as we get this third line back out for the Red Devils, so in defensive zone face-offs, you don't want to lose them cleanly.
Seb, Steven, and Gallagher with a win, but doesn't get out of the zone. Keokuk with a jumping after the puck, and that shot comes in. Carey with a long way to see that one and an easy stop.
Yeah, sort of gritty play from Keokuk, who's been around a while and holds the record for the longest amount of time between scoring goals in the NZIHL. I know I mentioned that last season, but he's gone 16 years between scoring goals.
But luckily that has stopped, correct?
Yeah. Well, he started his next 16 period now.
He's going to be around for a while if he does that again.
Exactly. You know, that's that, so, you know, they need those players in the team that bring that gritty experience, will work hard and stuff.
Yep.
Skill. But, you know, work ethic and stuff can lead you into a valuable team member when you're playing nice hockey.
That was not me, Joel. All right, Cistrone and Gallagher to take this one in the defensive zone for the Red Devils. Gallagher wins that one, and it goes out of the zone. Might go for icing here, we'll see.
I think it went over the skate or around the skate of the Admirals player.
So we continue. Arms didn't go up. Cistrone with a cross-ice pass to Henry. Henry brings it in the zone, holds up, gets upended. That gets flipped back in, but everybody's offside, so they leave it for Brown. And the Admirals get their D up on the blue line with just one forechecker. Now that's a change. The approach has changed to not send 3 players in, but now Cistrone has it. And Tappan takes that off of them. Penalty coming up here. And we'll see who goes for this one.
I think tempers have just been rising there. Earlier on, I think it was either Henry or Cistrone were angry with about the timing of a Red Devils hit. And then, just couldn't control the emotions on that one. And then he had a chance to take a run at one of the Devils. And
Cistrone going for a cross-check here.
Go for the cross-check, so, yeah.
Oh, and checking out of the hotel is Willis and Regan.
It's one of the coincidental penalties. You got to sit in there until the play stops. You don't just get a 2-minute rest. You can get a lot longer.
Yeah, those things can be a while. A couple of late changes for the Admirals as they put Sevigny and Regan back out. And now they're being kicked out.
That we called back. The player change process was well over. So now we're going.
Yeah, I think they were just following one person's instructions, and then the other person's instructions were different. Yeah. But let's see. Sevigny staying out. Regan's going back.
Well, it should be both of them.
Okay, there we go.
So late change. It's hard when you're the away team. You've got to get your players on the ice first, and then the home team has a chance to respond. And time can catch up with you, especially when you got penalties happening and stuff. You can lose track of time as the away team.
And it is the power play for the Red Devils here. Haast with it. And some patience by the Red Devils. Morrissey's going to skate it. Goes to the middle. Goes back to the corner. Tapping up high. Out to Haast. Tries to go cross ice, but that one's flipped away. And a shot. It's in Carey's gear, and he's going to wait for it and get the face off. That was a heck of a shot from a long distance.
It was, and that is a no line change available for the Red Devils, although they're on the power play and they have their top lineup on, so I don't think they were going to be changing their lineup anyway.
No, I think they're okay, but yeah, that was over the red line in that case. So we'll get a defensive zone start for the Devils here. We'll see if they can pull that puck back and get going again, but they are on the power play with just over 1:30 on the cross check. That shot by Eid goes up in the net, and that kills some valuable time for the Admirals as they are starting to face some clock issues here. There's just over 3 minutes to go in the second period, but 5 goals of a lead is starting to look a little big for the pure NZ Admirals. Steven with it, shot.
Ooh, almost an own tip.
Yeah.
There from Tappan.
There's a bit of a spinner he left on him.
Yeah, indeed. And then luckily Carey was there to cover up the rebound for the Admirals hunting. So I was going to say Admirals really just want to, focus on this next minute 20, but they're doing quite well in the offensive zone here. And then ideally, if they could slot one in before the break, would give them a little bit of hope going into the third.
And now Gagnon has it. He's going to hold on to it himself. Skate through the middle of the ice. Now gives it to Morrissey. He holds up, passes it across to Bull. Bull shoots, deflected off Eid's stick. I've said Eden too many times in this building. Sorry about that. Eid. And goes into the netting.
Well, he has played in this building last season, but it must have been a number of seasons now since he was wearing red.
It has been a few, but yeah, it's been a while up here.
Well, I have mentioned about franchise goal scoring records for the Red Devils, and Hayden Bull's the active leader with 14 goals. Chris Eden is the all-time record for the Canterbury Red Devils, 254 goals.
Which was why it was so tough to see him switch shirts to green, but that's what he did. And we'll continue with the power play and lament that later because it's 5-0 and we can't forget that. Gallagher to take this one. Face off won by Gallagher. Higgins has it now as they've changed up the lines. Higgins and Mawson fight for it. Now Gallagher gets in there and takes the puck, gets it to Brown. Brown, one-timer by Willis, off target. We'll try it again. Brown again. One time. No, he holds on to it. And that goes across the. Oh, and a goal! A completely freak accident as that gets passed through the middle and ends up in the back of the net. The Red Devils are living right today. 6-0 goal on the power play.
Yeah, the first one-time attempt for Willis was so far off target. I think it scared him to try and do a second one. Was probably a little bit behind his back foot. So this time he holds it. I think he's just throwing it into traffic. He throws it as it's either Turia or it must have been the Admirals player it came off.
Well,
but he was aiming nowhere near the net.
No,
on that one.
not at all. But he will tell you, he'll be the first one to come over and tell you that he meant for that to happen.
Yeah, he claimed it as well. You're wrong.
Double Nichols with the 6th goal for the Red Devils this afternoon, and it is 6-0. Red Devils power play successful again, and now Gagnon comes in looking for Turia. Turia with a shot and a save by Chaba.
Great setup by Gagnon there. Turia, head goes up. He knew he had a prime another chance to tick another one up onto the scoreboard, but yeah, maybe just still adjusting to the ice and the weight of the ice hockey puck. He can't get it up top. There was a bit of room.
He'll want that one back, but at the same time, a very high quality chance again generated by that line. I think Turia getting up there with Gagnon has been, it's been good.
Yeah, it's been
nothing but good.
Yeah.
Gagnon in the corner with the puck. He tries to get away with his skate, turned over. Morrissey trying to get a hold of it, but now it's DeYoung, and he's held up at the red line. Puck comes back in. Gagnon gets to the half boards. Hayward Jones takes him off that. We double down into the middle, into that sideboard. Now the Admirals take advantage on the right side. Two coming in quickly. That's Regan with the puck, and he's turned over. They get that pass up to Gallagher. Gallagher on his own, takes the shot, hits the bar, and comes out. That's another high-quality shot. Harry Lowe with a shot off the iron again. And now the Admirals come the other way with a 3-on-4. Over to Henry in the skate shot, and a good save by Carey. That was going for that lower corner, and he snags it out of the air for an important save for the Red Devils.
Gallagher almost had a deja vu, coming off the bench again behind the Admirals player. Josh Lowe with a nice pass up to him, and I think again he was looking top glove again. That's where he scored the first time, but this time he gets nothing but iron.
Well, they're going to move that face-off to the right side here. And it'll be Gallagher taking the face-off against Steven. Red Devils get it up, but that stays in just off the low netting. Admirals confused, but that's the home rules on that low net. Puck goes up in neutral. Mawson digging at it. Cistrone fighting for it. Right in front of us, Cistrone takes one off the face there. That's not going to be pleasant. And Hopkins trying to get it from Steven. Seb Steven kicking it to himself. And the Admirals try to reset here for something to get going in the last minute of the second period. That was taken right off of Mawson by Keocope and then sent in Cistrone with some frustration off the half boards, and the Red Devils pick that puck up. Somebody's knocked into the board there. It was Harry Lowe, but he's pestering away and keeping that puck away from the Admirals, staying at the board. Cistrone fights for it, gets it, and then a chance in the middle, but good defense there as Gallagher's in the right spot. And then a low shot that's knocked aside, sticked away and into the corner. Stays in with Cistrone. Quinn back out there, Mawson as well. And the Admirals probably need a bit of a change here, but it doesn't matter. The time is up. And that is the end of the second period. 6-0 the score. The Red Devils put up a 4 spot in the second period. And the frustration starting to boil over for the Admirals. Yeah, it's been a good day.
Emotions starting to get a bit high from the Admirals side of things, and we saw it in the second period there, led to a penalty against them. So hopefully the coaches can get them to reset a bit here, because they've still got 20 minutes to play here. And yeah, you don't want to let that get the better of you. Take penalties again, and yeah, just make the game even harder for yourself. So Red Devils though, what a second period. I think if you looked after the first couple of rounds and you told me they're going to have a 4 goal to nothing second period later in the season, I would have been very surprised.
I think that was one of your keys in the Swarm series. Like, you just got it. Yeah, they had they gave up a 0-5-0 in Queenstown, I think it was. And yeah, the second period hasn't been kind until the averages have all come right here. So you got anybody lined up for the second period, Dan?
We do have someone lined up. We'll just see when they walk past the bench here, and we'll get the headset. But yeah, it looks like we might be getting. Well, we've got 2 players wanting to have an interview here.
Everybody wants to talk when it's a day like this.
Yeah, no, we're going to get Caleb Hartz joining us here. We will throw the headset on, and he should be hearing us loud and clear now.
Yeah, that's all good. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem, mate. 6 goals for the Canterbury Red Devils. You scored the first one, though. Talk us through that.
It's just a nice pass across from the other side, and was able to get a good hold of it and pop it just over that leg pad and underneath the blocker. So yeah, felt good. We need to get one going, and it's good to have the boys firing.
Nice. And fun fact about you, for people that don't know, you're actually the general manager of the Wellington Ice Hockey Association, and you're playing down here for the Canterbury Red Devils. You got any other talent around Wellington that we might see in the league at any point?
I think we got some good up-and-comers. It's definitely growing the program down that way, and it's awesome to be a big part of it. We've definitely got a couple of young guys that should be in the mix soon. We've seen them come up through the age groups and into the 18s, so hopefully we get that going and into this league soon.
Nice. And you've been doing a bit of deep pairing with George Hopkins, who recently stepped into the general manager of the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association role. How much time are you talking about the hockey game or about general managing?
Hopefully it's a good chunk of both, but we definitely get a good amount of this GM talk, especially with the other guys, with JC and AJ shot that way as well. So it's been pretty good, and Cole as well. So yeah, good amount of GMs and a little bit of hockey here and there.
Nice. Well, it's great to have you down here on the roster for the Canterbury Red Devils this season. So good luck for the third period.
Appreciate that, guys.
Thanks, Kel.
Cheers.
All right, well, that winds it up here. A great period there for the Canterbury Red Devils. 4 goals scored in it, and they're currently holding a 6-0 lead here against the Pure NZ Admirals, as we'll now go into the second intermission, and we'll be back shortly after the break.
Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
Alpine Ice.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. Matt Chavez, Dan Nichols calling this one today. It is about to be the third period here. And Dan, you're going to have to convince everybody that that's not an error on the scoreboard. That is the correct score.
Don't believe me, rewind and watch the first 40 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, well, it's been some of the best gameplay that we've seen the Red Devils have in a very long time. And as the lights come up here in the Alpine Ice, the Red Devils have themselves a 6-goal lead. Yes, you heard that correctly. They have a 6-goal lead over the second-place Admirals. And
much better just getting chances today, or getting some good chances and actually scoring is the key. But yesterday they had chances, but they didn't score. Today they're scoring, and what I would like to see so far is they've scored 6 goals. 3 of them are from imports, 3 of them are from New Zealand local players. So they've got some contribution from the New Zealand-based players, which is great to see and help boost up and get more threats out there, not just the 3 imports that they have here today.
Yeah, the other part, did want to mention this. Tim Carey's in goal, and Neil Carey, one of the stalwarts around here that does so much behind the scenes. Shout out to Neil. Wanted to make sure that we also give Tim a little loving, as it is his 50th game as a Red Devil. So congratulations to Tim.
I believe he's the most capped Red Devil goalie. I say that slightly conservatively.
All right, so let's get going with the third period here. Hopefully the Red Devils can manage to keep the throttle down and keep going here. They have the puck, they dump and chase, and the top line's out there. Hayward Jones sending it back the other direction. It goes out of the zone, and tapping collects for the Red Devils. Brown with the pass. And tapping kind of putting it into no man's land there. It comes back in the zone. Trying to leave it for Quinn, but Morrissey's there. Morrissey trying to get the breakout. It goes just far enough for Ben Steven to have to play it. It'll go to Tappan. Tappan keeps it in the zone. Admirals trying to get this puck away from the Red Devils, but they're holding on to possession again. Goes to Brown. Long shot, blocker save. Pretty easy for Chaba there. Had a little flare, in fact, with that blocker save, putting it in the corner. Comes in just as quickly. Haas trying to play that one. He does get it off the glass. That was quite a move there. Poole to Haas. Taken away. Now Brown trying to do something with it. DeYoung avoiding Higgins. Eade putting Higgins in. DeYoung, and there's a couple of really frustrated Admirals, and shout to Higgins for taking the abuse and not taking a penalty there. Now it's to Henry. Shot in front to Carey that's knocked away. Big rebound, but it stays with the Red Devils. Gallagher trying to get it out of the zone. Can't do it. Stays in. Mawson has it for a moment. Now Haas picks his pocket. Looking for that outlet pass. Go with a flip. Goes halfway out. Mawson has to chase this one down. Can't say enough about Higgins staying disciplined in that and not allowing the Admirals to come in there.
Still got the emotions carrying over.
Steven is going to draw a penalty. Looks like a slash coming up against Hopkins. The Admirals still have the puck for the moment.
Gallagher on that slash.
Okay, there you go. And there's the whistle as Lowe touches up. And the slash is called.
Indeed, so Admirals get their first chance today on the power play, and remember the time early in the third period when you're facing a 6-goal deficit to have a power play.
Yeah, well, nothing like the present for them to get started on that, but it is a long hill back, but if you're going to start it, this is how you do it with just under 18 minutes to go in this one. They leave Hans out there. They're a little bit, I'm not sure if that's the PK1 they wanted on there. Henry's going to get to that puck. The Admirals have it. Good hit there by Hans. Good shoulder check in front. Good save by Carey, and he's going to get it covered up.
Indeed, we spoke to Cable House there at the end of the second period, but again, one of challenge has been a player based in a different city is you don't get a lot of practice time with your team, so defensive systems, penalty kill systems, power play systems you might not be too familiar with, so he's slotted on there now.
And that's Gagnon winning that one. Had to really fight for that puck, sends it around to the other point. The Admirals have it. Mawson sending it low. Sevigny to Hayward Jones, back to Sevigny. Shot, low shot, comes in. DeYoung with a shot. And it was Carey getting across the crease and a whistle.
I believe one of the refs thinks the net might be knocked off there, so if that's the reason, the Devils will stay out there and kill that one. I think Tim definitely knocked it, but whether it fell back on its post or not. But
yeah, it looks like it stayed in place, but I think that's what the concern was. And the Red Devils win that face-off anyways. Gagnon. That goes as far as the corner here, and they can't quite get it out. Hans playing hard to get that puck out. The Admirals with some, well, they've got a lot to figure out here. So I want to say it, but I just mean this in the nicest way. A little bit of desperation coming out here in this third period. They know what they have to do. A wraparound chance doesn't get turned around, and now Steven with it. Goes as far as Hans, and Hans gets one off the board. Good clearance there.
Full line change here for the penalty killers. That's 1 minute done.
Good to see from the shot as Haas has a chance that goes up into the netting. That was just a poor fumble of the puck with Haas on that forecheck, and he gets a shot off as well.
Yeah, rolls off Ede's stick there. Is probably the worst time possible when you're stepping out in front of your own net. And I think it actually hit his fellow defender's stick and went up out of play, but yeah, Chubble was not quite ready for that, nor should he probably have been ready for that.
Bull fighting for that. They back off of it, give the Admirals the face-off, and Bull stays on the forecheck with Haas up high as three Admirals stay back on the setup. And now they break in. Steven rolling it around the kick plate. Goes as far as Ede. He's not able to keep it in. Haas knocks it out. Tries to go on the breakaway, but the puck taken away. That one goes back out. Brown with it. Good defensive play there. And Regan's going to have to chase and get reset. 10 seconds to go.
Good by the Red Devils shutting it down in the neutral zone.
Regan brings it in for one last attempt. Comes in on his own shot and a goal. Regan breaks the shutout. And the Admirals, I don't know if it'll count as a power play or not, depending on the clock there, but it is 6-1 either way, and we're back to 5-on-5.
Just as I said, Red Devils were good at shutting it down in the neutral zone. Regan just goes right through the neutral zone and right through the defenders, straight in, and buries that one past Tim Carey.
They were in the right position, but Regan just bowled right through there and imposed his will for a little bit. And we are down to a 5-goal lead.
They've taken their first step up the mountain.
And whose team are you on, Dan? Anyway.
I'm not saying they're going to get to the summit.
Oh, there you go. Dig your way out. Gallagher with it. Cistrone with the backhand, can't get it out of the zone. Send back around the net. Sebastian Chamberlain getting to it first. And now Mawson fighting to get it. Gallagher with a chance. He whips on that one-timer. Now Lowe. Lowe's waiting. Takes it. Goes left. Comes off the board. Goes out of the zone. Keocope's going to get there. Sends it backwards. And Cistrone sends it into the zone for the Admirals. Lowe moving it out. Now Harry Lowe getting the long pass to Gallagher as he gets it into the zone and goes for a change. Turned over, Turia with it at the blue line. Turia absolutely blasted by Mawson. Good hit. He's figuring out where things are at. Chamberlain brings it in, and Cistrone holds on to it, trying to pass it, and instead he goes around the boards, goes to Quinn in front, chance in the slot, but it's taken away by Gallagher, or sorry, Gagnon. He goes up the right side. He's held up. Chance by... That's a pass, and it's still in front. It was Morrissey with a chance.
Great save by Chubba there, stretching the pad out as Gagnon and Morrissey were flying at full pace into the zone there. Not too much separation between them as they is. It was quite a short pass from Gagnon to Morrissey, but they were going quick. Jumper right up to the task on that one.
Followed the crease across the pipes at the right time. And he's a very stretchy dude, apparently. So he got a toe save, and we get a face-off. Morrissey loses that one, but it's Haas picking it up. Hayward-Jones, Nash Hayward-Jones kicks it away.
Got the 3 imports on this one.
Now Brown has it. Defense deep. That's passed out to Young. Gets the puck 3-on-2 as they turn back. Brown getting back to even the score. DeYoung with a shot right into the gear. Rebound, shot. And that's 2. 3 saves, and then that one comes back out. That was a dangerous situation for the Red Devils goaltender there, Carey, but he made the most of it and kept the puck out, and now the Admirals are on the defensive. That pass goes just to Hance. Higgins trying to chase this down. He gets to it, puck behind, and he throws it in. And again, more physicality. Higgins really not making friends with any of the Admirals here.
You're in a different colored shirt. You don't need to be best friends with them or even friends.
And now Higgins brings it back in himself, turns around. Bull with a chance. Shot by Hance. Hance absolutely leveled on his slap shot. If there's one thing the Admirals are doing really well, they are laying the lumber and playing good physical hockey in both directions. The Red Devils are kind of just playing it past everybody, and then a bad pass here by Carey as it went over Hopkins' stick. The Admirals trying to make them pay for it. Shot and goal! Brown with the second one for the Admirals, and there's a bit of nerves in the building.
No, again, Admirals here taking the chances, right? There was a bad breakout there from the Red Devils. It was a pass back initially that missed Hopkins, that went to Carey. Carey played it very quickly, but didn't get it out of his zone, and was able to reset. But I've been pretty impressed by Brown there so far this weekend, watching him play. He's got a good shot on him for a young kid, and he takes another step.
Yeah, Owen had 2 goals and an assist coming into this one. Add 1 to his tally there. And Brown and Gallagher fight for it. The Admirals with it. Eade brings it up the left side. Goes right towards the referee there. In front, chance, shot, and a save by Carey. And a good moment to have that happen.
Yeah, big save. Again, Tim Carey made a couple of big saves there, back-to-back rebound attempts that went there, which I thought was going to, bring the team up, boost the team morale, but the Admirals managed to keep that one down with that quick goal shortly thereafter. But yeah, maybe there was a message from the coaches at their last intermission. We need to pick up the physicality, intensity, and take it to the Red Devils this third period.
That's a warning for Brown there, as he's still at the center dot, and Gagnon takes it from him. Goes out to Turia. Turia sends it back to Morrissey. Morrissey brings it in. Morrissey with it, taken away. Now Brown has it. Devils recollect. They send it deep. Chaba plays it, mishandles it, but his team is there for him. Eden takes it, and now a good hit there by Brown, taking the puck away, and the Red Devils returning some of that physicality. Gagnon with it. In front, chance, Turia with a shot. And that is a good save, and then Toppin with a long shot from the slot. Now it comes out of the zone. Brown gets run over by the other Brown, and hears about it. And the Admirals are getting the serve returned on the physicality. This one has a chance of turning a little bit on the ugly side here if we're not careful. That puck goes around to Higgins, goes out of the zone, comes back in, they're offside, and that is going to be called for offside. Ben Steven with the early entrance.
Yeah, indeed, Red Devils stepping up to the physicality challenge, and now we're seeing it given a gap both ways. So again, good to see just then. Test your mental strength, your emotions, your ability to play good, hard, physical, legal hockey.
Yes, legal hockey. Yeah, and outside of Harry Lowe's penalty, which, that was kind of wasn't a
Gallagher's slashing penalty?
A Gallagher slashing penalty. Yep, so you have a couple of them. There you go. So it doesn't take much. They've been generally pretty good about keeping their heads so far. That needs to maintain in front chance. Cistrone can't pull the trigger. It's in the slot, and that's going to go the length. That's not icing. Haast is going to go after it. Chaba gets it and gets it to Mawson.
Yeah, a lot of some extracurriculars happening behind the plays that aren't being seen or called.
Yeah, we'll let you keep your eyes on that one. I'll try to follow the puck. You tell us the rest of the story. Bull's got it. Now 1-on-3. Goes through his man, Chamberlain. And the shot goes ringing over the crossbar, hits the glass, comes back out. Good shot by Bull. Cistrone with it on the left side. Takes a low shot that misses everything, comes out of the zone. The Admirals have to reset. That is not touched. DeYoung leaving it. In front to Gallagher. He almost had a chance on a breakaway, and another one here. And the Red Devils playing some dangerous offense, which is good to see. Lowe and Steven locked up there as they take the puck to the half boards.
Crowd enjoying the physicality.
And that's moved along. High shot, hits the glass, stays in. Mason Kennedy with that shot. Rings around and goes back to Kennedy. Walks it in, long shot, but no traffic, and Carey grabs it and gets a face-off.
And we get a breather.
Yeah.
We get a breather. A bit of action there in those last couple of minutes. Physicality, some chances going each way. So, yeah, again, the crowd here, we're getting in behind it, enjoying it. And, yeah, well, we've got 10 more minutes to run here.
Yep.
Third period.
Second half of the third period starts now. And this will be where the Red Devils need to be smart finish, and it looks like they're on their way. Morrissey with a pass on the other side to Turia. Turia couldn't handle it on the initial take. Tappan keeps it in, sends it low back to Turia. Turia turns, leaves it. Tappan, low shot, knocked aside. Penalty coming up against the Admirals.
Yep.
And they get a stop. Dan, what'd you see?
Battling in front of net, Gagnon and Mason Kennedy. Gagnon did start the instigating the physicality, but Mason Kennedy's been pinged for responding too much. He got a few responses in there that the ref was okay with.
Just a bit too much.
I think he just got one too many there at the end. So that's that. Emotions, the battling, playing physical, but doing it within the legal confines of the rulebook and interpretation of the rulebook.
Well, I've got 2 on the board, but I don't think that's correct. I think it's just Kennedy, right? Oh, yeah, they're having all sorts of problems on the score. Forget about that. There you go. If you get it fixed. And Red Devils with the puck. It rolls over the stick there of Haast. Admirals with it for a moment, and they're going to clear the zone. The Red Devils pick it up. That is played onside. Gagnon with it. Gagnon waiting. Goes to the other side of the ice. Haast holds. Turns. Sends it behind to Morrissey. Morrissey leaves it for Gagnon, and that stays with him. Across the ice, Morrissey shot, glove save. Chaba with a good one there. Looked like it was heading for the crossbar, and a little bit of a flared stop and some style.
Just unfortunately wasn't right in the shooting slot there for Morrissey. He had to take probably a second or so to catch it, and Chaba got across. Was some spot up that to high glove, but Chaba was up to that one.
But once again, they take advantage of the Admirals' defense over committing on that. They did have somebody on that side, but it allowed them to get a good shot off in a without traffic in front of them.
Yeah, they do have a player down as well.
Oh,
they are one player short out there at the moment, so it's a little bit harder to...
It is, yes, it is the power play. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's 3-1 on that side. They did have the defender, but it didn't allow them to play 4 on that side, which they had been doing. So you have a very good point, though, Dan, and that face-off goes down the ice. Gagnon's going to get to it. He leaves it behind. That was a good little pass, gives it right back to him. Gagnon brings it on the right side with some speed, leaves it behind. Bull has it. Misplays it into the corner, and the momentum kind of stalls there as 5 players jump in. Probably one too many Red Devils, but they do get it out. Morrissey back out to Gagnon, shot, and that's dropped. It was a right in the middle of the gear there for Chaba to knock down, but it was a big rebound.
Credit to Morrissey there. He found himself in behind the net as Gagnon was about to shoot and ducked down to protect himself.
Shot and goal! Out of nowhere! Luke Chapin makes it 7 on the power play.
Right, it felt like it had sort of just calmed down that power play, but Chapin here in the neutral zone makes a nice move to get around it, and again, they're keeping him to the outside. That's a low angle chance, and man, picks up that top corner. Might not have been too much room up there.
Let's see this one again. It is a phenomenal pick here. Yeah, that's Chaba's basically got that covered in the right spot, and he still finds the gap and makes it 7-2, and looking really good for the Red Devils with 8:23 to go this afternoon at the Alpine Ice. Low with a puck, he pins it in, and now Ben Stevens has it. Steven trying to get that. He's physically pushing people away. Playing some pretty good hockey for him. And a one-timer goes begging. Chamberlain sends it in off the boards. And now the physicality, and that's going to be a penalty coming up against Josh Lowe. No, it's not.
It's the Admirals.
And the Red Devils have it 6-on-5 for the moment, as this may get out of control here. There's another chance. And Mawson with a late one. Josh Lowe with another takedown, and everybody right in front. They need to be careful here. But the Red Devils are in control, and DeYoung did not care for what Harry Lowe had to say.
No, he didn't. Again, emotions hitting that boiling point, and on a delayed call there for the Admirals. And then, yeah, when the whistle does happen, a few players coming in late. Mawson definitely came in late just to take out a body, and it was Harry Lowe as well going. I think DeYoung was in there. Yeah, he's getting off to the box, so we'll probably take a few moments here to refs to figure out the numbers and see what we come back out with. But it's 7 minutes to go here in a 7-2 game. Canterbury Red Devils applying a lot more pressure here, having a great first start to the first two periods here to the game to put it up 6-0 going into the third period. It puts the pure NZ Admirals are on the back foot. They're chasing the game, and to be fair, they did start the game, bringing the third period, bringing some more intensity, physicality to it, and they had managed to put 2 on the scoreboard and start that momentum.
Yep.
But I feel like there's just that physicality. Red Devils then had to wake up. They matched the physicality, and now we're just getting to that borderline tipping point emotions.
Yep.
And we just boiled over a little bit there.
Well, if the Admirals can take one thing away from this game, if they take a look at what they've been doing in this third period, it's been excellent. It really has. Right up until the point where they kind of lost their minds, Tappan did that to them by scoring, and they kind of know that this one's going to head the Red Devils' way unless something really special happens for the Admirals. But they were playing physically really, really well. They had the Red Devils on the back heel for the first time in the afternoon and getting some goals. And it was at that point where they were pushing it 100%, and then they realized, I think, at that rate, they couldn't get there, and they went a little bit over the line, and that's where we found ourselves in this situation.
So as we're getting the penalties explained to the two captains, and still a bit uncertain exactly at our end what we'll see in terms of penalties, but it looks like there's at least another Red Devils player heading over.
Yeah, it'll be Harry Lowe serving this one. And I think it's 2 on the Admirals, 1 for Lowe here. And they're just going to make sure that everybody gets off the ice. Although Gallagher and Bull are also going over there. I don't know. It's a lot of Red Devils leaving the bench.
And for the Red Devils' sake, you hope they just support people skating Harry Lowe over there, but at least 2 are going.
Oh, Gallagher's going to go as well.
Gallagher's in there. There's 2 sitting on the Admirals side as well. Not quite sure if it's going to be an even 2-2 plus 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Because there was that a delayed call for behind the Red Devils net. There was a penalty infringed there. And it depends what they make of the scuffle thereafter, what the penalties are. You can see they've got their notes over there. They're checking it and making sure they get the right right people. I think we are.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on here. I agree with you, Dan. I think it should be 4. Although I see 5 Admirals on the ice.
I think they're just going to, after all of that, say...
We just don't know.
2 minutes all around for everyone, and let's continue on.
I did appreciate the one NHL call I saw not that long ago. It was 2 minutes for everybody on the ice. Nate just shaking his head over here. He saw that. All right, so so the benches, or the penalty boxes are filled up with players. It's 7:41 to go, and I am counting 5-on-5. So we are going to go back even despite the delayed call. And we are back to hockey as we take it at the offside dot. Gagnon wins another face-off. And that's going to go up to Turia as he comes in the zone on the right side. Knocked off by Eid, goes into the Zamboni doors, and they try to pull that puck out. The Red Devils jump on that. Gagnon with a sweeping shot, kind of rolls around the corner, and it'll be Brown that picks that up. Still a pep in the step of the Red Devils here as they're trying to pass everything around and move the Admirals as much as they can, and they've been doing a good job of it. Sevigny with it now, taking it across the blue line. Regan with the pass, Brown in an interception, and that's flipped out. And it'll be Turia that's going to get there first. No icing, of course. And as he brings the puck around, he's doubled off that. The stick of Hayward Jones in the way. Another shot, tap in with another chance. It's out in front, and not quite on target by Gagnon there. The Red Devils cycling through here. Chance for Turia again. We couldn't get the anything on that one, but he still has the puck. Sent around, Gagnon leaves it. Morrissey off the ice. Admirals trying to get it out of their zone. Hayward Jones playing it down, and I think they'll call a hand pass on that one.
Yeah. Hand pass to himself almost there, but
yep.
Better that call than getting done for closing your hand on the puck and skating with it and getting a 2-minute penalty. So
no, nothing like that. I think he just swatted it too much forward.
Yeah.
Dan, the rules book maestro. If there's ever anything I got to ask, I go to you.
I've only read the sections of the rule book I want to read.
Most coaches do the same thing too. Mawson with it. Knocked away by Boole. Haas looking for help. Takes the shot, glove save, and Higgins comes in to get the whistle.
I haven't really seen Haas shoot that much. He has that playmaking style, and last season he was here last year, and it took him a few games to realize last season that he needs to shoot the puck as well. He can be a scoring threat in this league. But yeah, he hasn't been shooting too much so far. Coming into today's game, he's 2 goals and 9 assists.
And that's won by the Admirals, just thrown up the left side. He's looking for help. Just takes the shot himself, goes over the bar. Keocope on the defense there, taking it away from Kennedy. Henare. Tries to go to Chamberlain, but Keocope's got that one on a rebound off the board, but it's Mawson that cuts off the angle. Henare with a shot. Stick save by Chaba, does not, he thought it went out, but they continue play. Keocope shoots it in, gets a glove, and gets a whistle. And
take another breath of the air. It seems like we've got a lot of energy in the building at the moment, and the players exiting the penalty box on their last infringements. So there will still be continue 5-on-5, but they'll be now available to their coaches again.
And with just over 5 minutes to go, still 7-2 the score. The Red Devils having quite a game this afternoon, trying to level the series with the Admirals for this weekend. They did lose 2 up in the West Auckland region when they opened the season. Hopkins with a pass forward to Morrissey. Morrissey holds it on the tape, leaves a good one for Gagnon. Crosses the blue line, gives it back to him, kicked around. Morrissey with it for a moment. Now it goes into the corner. Turia tried to play it. Morrissey tried to get to it. Goes as far as Hance. Hopkins on the release, goes out, bounces past Morrissey. They go for a change as it goes to the backboards. Bull on the forecheck, goes around the glass. Brown has it. Sent forward, Sevigny in the lane there, takes a hit for his troubles, and the puck's left behind for DeYoung. He goes in the zone, 2-on-3, all on his own. The puck gets taken away, and there's a cross check by Brown after he thought that Higgins overstepped, and there's some more trouble in that backboard. This is where the Red Devils really need to be careful, because this is the antagonizing of the Admirals at this point. The Red Devils have been on the other side of this so often, it's tough to figure this out.
Yeah, indeed. And again, both teams going hard for the puck. I think, yeah, first one might be on the Red Devils here. We'll see if there's any call back the other way, but yeah, we might see some more players having a seat, but obviously, yeah, Brown wasn't too happy that as Higgins got pushed down and took to it, and then Regan came in to help out his teammate, and then we had a few players embracing in some nice hugs.
some hugs they are in some description.
Exactly.
So I think they're first of all, shout out to the referee crew, because this is not an easy one to finish up here. But the Stripe team Stripes are, I think they're also kind of letting the air out of the building a little bit here, which is really good, so that we don't get anything unnecessary that would happen that could be prevented. So I think that's really good on their part to have a good slow conversation.
We should make a comment here for the overseas viewers, potentially in North America, that might be tuning in to watch some imports. We play under the International Ice Hockey Federation rulebook, and the fighting penalty is a lot more severe over here than maybe what you would see in North America. You will get, if you fight in this league, you get 5-minute, 20-minute game misconduct, and it's automatic game suspension as well. So
next game suspension.
Yeah, next game suspension. So yeah, you miss a bit of playing time, and in a 16-game season, it's quite a high percentage if you do it. So there's potentially, it does happen over here.
It does.
Occasionally the emotions do fully boil over, and you do see that, but yeah, most often you see up to, but not that.
Well, and it's good too, because I mean, these guys go to work on Monday, right?
Exactly. So amateur league.
Yeah, they're paying to play. In a lot of cases, it's not insignificant, because they've got to get the ice time and all of that. So that is part of it. Higgins is going to sit, and Brown is going to sit. I'm going to guess this is going to be 5-on-4 for a little while, but that's just a guess. I think the Admirals are going to go on the power play here.
Haven't seen anyone from here in NZ Admirals make their way towards the penalty box yet, and we might be seeing Sean Brown take the walk, the infamous walk here in the Alpine Ice Sports Arena. If you do get ejected from the game, you've a walk of fame or a walk of shame in front of the crowd, back down to the changing room end there. So it's not your common layout for an ice rink as well, having the penalty bench over that far side sort of just coned off from the crowd. But that is the building we have here and the layout. So
yeah, and it could have been a 10-minute misconduct, because that would have concluded and he wouldn't have been eligible, et cetera, et cetera. But here we go. It's DeYoung's going to go. So he was kind of in the middle of all that play. So I'm not surprised that he's the one to go.
Yeah, we did see Regan jump in to help out his teammate. So at the moment, he's sitting comfortably on the bench, not making himself too visible.
And Dudov's going to get some statistics, as he's going to sit for what I think is a Tim Carey penalty as well, if I saw that correctly. Brown's going to get the major on this one, and then there's going to be coinciding minor penalties. And yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, if it's 5-on-3 or 5-on-4, but it does look like
just will cancel out, and it should be a 5-on-4 scenario here for the rest of the game.
Oh, so Dudov's going to serve for Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Brown's penalty.
Okay, so it'll be 5-on-4 in a major penalty. So for the remainder of regulation, barring any penalty changes, the Red Devils will be on the penalty kill. So the Red Devils need to not give up 5 goals in the next 4 minutes and 18 seconds, and they'll be on their way to what could potentially be 4th place in the standings and back into the playoff spot.
Again, maybe the little bit of benefit here is you can just ice the puck now with no repercussions to wind down the clock.
Hayward Jones with it, and the Admirals get underway. Gets it back at the blue line to Henry. Shot, low shot, kick save. Big rebound, Hayward Jones back out. And Sevigny can't hold on to it. His shot gets knocked away. They have to reset. Mawson bringing it across. Mawson up the right side, looking for help. That pass in front was a dangerous one, but nobody home for the Admirals. Henry skating in, walking in, shot, and it looks like it's under the pads there for Carey as he makes the save and gets a stop in play. 3:44 to go in this one.
So just see it a couple of times in that last penalty kill shift. The puck's loose, the Red Devils are there, but then they either hit it too softly and it doesn't get out of the zone, or a teammate thinks they're the only one there, but they had time, and you just don't clear the zone when, again, if you don't have a helmet on and you've got a bird's eye view, you might have done something different.
Exactly. It is not easy. That one's knocked down by Henry by a high stick, but it's played out. And whistles.
Pass.
What's that?
Hand pass.
Hand pass, there it is.
It was off Flynn Hayward Jones's glove there as it went through.
That's 2 for him, right?
Yeah. Is that a stat we can keep as well?
It will be. I'm sure it'll show up on the analytics somewhere that the hand pass expected goal rate was some sort of ratio or something. Anyway, Bull to take this one. The Admirals get it. Flynn Hayward Jones, the standing captain at the moment, doing everything he can to get the Admirals back on track here. Pass up to Henry at the blue line. Henry knocked into the boards, and that's going to be turned around and sent the length of the ice. Chaba getting that puck to Sestrone, and the Red Devils in that 2-2, waiting a little high in the forecheck here, trying to take this one at the blue line, but it's skated past. Regan with a shot, dumped and saved. And Carey with the cover up at the right time. That's a dangerous one where you see Regan waiting for them at the blue line trap and then just busts right through it. He's going to get a good shot that way.
He did, and he scored a goal earlier, bringing his speed through the neutral zone and skating right through the Red Devils. So it's over 3 minutes to run here for the Canterbury Red Devils. Going to be on the penalty kill for the rest of it.
Out to Brown. Shot, and Carey holds on to it, gets another face-off. And only 5 seconds off the clock. Another good chance for the Admirals, facing just what looks like too much of a deficit at this point. Seb Stevens drops the puck, and again, that's just...
I don't like to see that. They should warn the team.
Yeah,
Give them a warning, face-off violation warning for being late to it.
Yep.
Yes, you can drop it after 5 seconds, but is that really the way you should be playing officiating that one?
Yeah, agree with you entirely on that one, Dan. That's, granted, that's opinion. That's offside, and it was played over and back.
That's pure from my playing perspective there. That okay, he was late to the face-off. That's fine.
That's a warning.
Give them the warning. So if they stuff up again, it's a 2-minute penalty.
Yep. Yeah. But that's. I think that is by the rule book. If the player's not in position, they can drop it. But.
And there's actually a fine print in the rule book in the last, I'm going to say 2 minutes, and we're not quite into the 2 minutes, but the linesmen have to give more time to the teams in the last 2 minutes. They're not to be so officious in that, but
it was 3 minutes to go. Yep.
We're outside of that, but that's getting to the fine print of the rule book.
It is indeed, but I knew you'd know it. Gagnon with a shot, and that actually hit Chaba in the mask, and it was a dangerous one. And now Tappan back out there, killing time. And that's sent the length of the ice. He can't grab it. Goes back to Chaba. One on the forecheck. That's Gagnon. He swipes it away. 2 minutes to go. And the Red Devils looking really good, but they've got to finish off this penalty kill here. Low with the puck. Low holding it, off the board, sends it the length, and once again, they get a chance to get some fresh legs back out there. Bull Haast going back out. Eid coming up the left side quickly. Double team on the defense. They hold on to it. Skips over Sevigny's stick, and they have to reset. Hayward Jones to Sistrone. Comes back out. He's got to reset it. Bull thought it went back in. It didn't.
It'll play out to the Red Devils because De Jong has to stay in the box until the next stoppage. So having a good import player off.
Yeah, just let the clock run, right?
Yeah.
There goes Sevigny up to Henry. Lowe takes him off that. Mawson behind the net looking for a pass. Goes in front. Lowe ends up in the net, but that's chipped out. Good play there by Bull once again. And it goes the length. Haas chases it down. And we don't know exactly how much. It's 43 seconds to go.
Yeah, Iceland was definitely the call there, and the linesmen just looked at each other. And referee's taking that one, so 38 seconds, I believe, on the clock to go. 7-2 lead for the Red Devils here on the second game of the weekend.
Well, I think we can go ahead and call this one, Dan. I know I've been waiting for a long time on this one. I know you have as well. But this is a pretty big deal for the Red Devils to convincingly close out the Admirals and split a series here.
Indeed, it's been a much improved performance here on the Sunday game. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite to be on the Saturday game either, so they will split the points.
There's De Jong out of the box. He passes it. In front, shot. And Carey with a save and a penalty coming up.
And Mawson probably too close for that one, so whether he thinks he's innocent or not, it was a bit too close.
And yeah, that's interference, and he's going to go for the remainder of this one. And I appreciated in the review there, it was Tim Carey making sure he got out of his house.
Indeed, and well, I had been saying Red Devils would be on the penalty kill for the rest of the game. Well,
unless something changed, and there it was.
That changes, so now it'll be 4-on-4 for the last 19 seconds. But
so let's have a little opinion here while we watch these last 19 seconds go by. Was yesterday an anomaly, or was today the anomaly? That's the question.
They were pretty close yesterday. They just didn't.
Oh, and a shot and a goal. Look at that 4-on-4. We hold up. And Gagnon gets one across the ice and rips one to make it 8-2.
That just didn't happen yesterday, Matt.
That didn't happen yesterday, did it?
So, again, lovely cross-ice pass, a one-time shot to Gagnon, and yeah, beauty. That's his hat-trick here today. Again, he was scoreless yesterday. We've sort of been saying the import players have been contributing a lot of goals, but again, yesterday, the first period they had chances, they just didn't convert. The second and third weren't too good from the Red Devils, but I feel like today they deserve some of these goals. Maybe they've, not anomaly back the other way, but, you know, it's been a much better performance from them, and they'll take a lot out of this one going into the second half of their season.
Denari going into the boards, and the Red Devils hold on to the puck. Logan Willis getting rid of it. And the Red Devils get to celebrate a 6-goal win. That's right, a 6-goal win at home to close this one out against the Admirals. It's been a long time coming, but the Red Devils maybe have started to figure a few things out. The Admirals having a bit of an off day, and this puts them, I wasn't going to talk about it because it was goal diff that was the difference, but this officially does move them into a playoff position. I won't really go much further into that because we're far too early into the season, but we are halfway through it, and the Red Devils get their third win.
Yes.
Second win. They had an overtime loss. My bad. Third time that they got points.
Yes,
sorry. My mistake. Yeah, the look that I got from Dan when I said that deserved it. But 2 wins, an overtime loss, 7 points, and puts them even with the Botany Swarm.
Yeah, indeed. So, what the Red Devils needed here. Again, 8 games to play. They've still got to do a lot of work to secure a top 4 position to have that chance to go in the playoffs. But yeah, much better performance here. Again, first period, 2-0 lead. That was a good one. To put 4 goals on again in the second period, to have a 6-0 lead going into the third period. Again, momentum was high. Credit to the Admirals. They didn't go down without a fight or without trying to fight. You know, they brought physicality here in this third period. They had a little bit of a jump there. They were starting to take those steps back to climb the mountain, but the Red Devils picked that back up. They responded with the physicality, and then they managed to get some chances back through Tappan. And then in those last few seconds, Gagnon putting his third goal of today in, but putting the 8th goal in for the Red Devils. So great to see a split weekend. I've lost count of how many split weekends we've had across the NZIHL this year, but it feels like it would be record-setting split wins across the season so far, and we're only really at the halfway point.
It's really good to see the parity, that's for sure, although the Stampede have jumped out quite a bit, but there have been a lot of those splits. Just before we get out of here, I do want to say my opinion of what I saw on the ice. The imports did what they do, and they were very consistent, but it was the other guys contributing, Gallagher, Turia, Higgins, not playing smart hockey and making good decisions, where yesterday it was just a little bit off, but today it just gelled. And because of those good decisions, you saw good offense, good defense, and a complete game by the Red Devils.
Indeed, it was a much better performance. They managed to start from the defensive zone, get down to the attacking end and score. Where yesterday, passes were going to miss. They were struggling to connect. Admirals were doing it, haven't applied enough pressure. Again, I didn't think the Admirals game was too far off here today.
No.
They were there or thereabouts, but I think the Red Devils had just picked it up a couple of steps, which was enough. And again, they were taking some good shots to beat Chuba. He had, yesterday he was on fire and made a lot of saves, and
a lot of the puck luck went their way yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. So Red Devils had to work for it. It wasn't an easy one from them. It wasn't like there was big glaring errors from the Admirals that gave them prime opportunities on a silver platter. But the Red Devils still had to make chances to get their 8 goals. And, when was the last time they scored 8 goals, Matt? We'll have to set that one up.
That one's going to have to go way back in the book. I mean, we were also talking, we've kind of lightly made some comments about the number of goals that the non-imports have scored here, but this just feels like, I said at the beginning of the game, it felt like there's a dam that's going to break here pretty soon, and it happened today, and it happened dramatically.
Yeah, indeed. And like you said, the goals were split 50-50 between imports and New Zealand-based players here today. So, hopefully it'll be a positive thing to see taken out from this weekend for the Red Devils squad as they get ready. I believe they're heading down south next weekend to take on the Dunedin Thunder.
Yeah, no games here at the Alpine Ice next week. The week after that will be an Inferno round. I think they have the league leaders, the Auckland Steel, in 2 weeks, and that'll be a good one as well. The Red Devils will be a few weeks before they come back, but I think you're correct that they go down to play Dunedin next weekend.
Yes, they do indeed. And then Pure NZ Admirals, they get a break now. They had 3 weekends on the trot here, but they'll be in Auckland next against the Botany Swarm at the Botany Ice Rink on June the 20th.
There you go. So, I mean, I almost don't know what to say. This was a lot of fun for all the right reasons. It was a good game. It wasn't just one of those tense ones. It was nice to see that the team had finally put together all of the things that they've been talking about in the coaching rooms, talking about on the practice ice, getting that stuff to work the way that they have always been talking about it working. And today it came true. So it was good to see. Dan, anything else? Or all right, we'll leave it there. And we'll take you through all the highlights. Chris will be running through a lot of them. So shout out, thank you to, actually that highlight, that was the one that was the only fluke. That one that just bounced in and just no idea how that happened. There it is.
Aiming for a body, yeah. That one doesn't happen too often, those ones there, but
no.
Again, You'll look at the score sheet, Logan Willis, and he'll just see one goal against his name, and that's all he'll care about.
That's true. That is very true. Thanks to Chris, Nate, Neil, and everybody else involved in the stream. We'll see you in a couple of weeks for the Inferno. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Good night.